garbage called the blood of the exploited working class. But they've overcome their shyness, now they're calling me your highness, and the world screams, kiss me, son of God.
Salutations, Snyderheads. You're listening to 0 to 0, the only podcast by the three of us about Zack Snyder's films, in this case, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Ultimate Edition. I'm Martha.
You're just Martha, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm Martha.
Oh, and I'm... Are you really going to do this to me? You really going to...
There are only two Marthas, so you can be whatever
the
you
block.
want.
All right, well,
oh, God.
I am Gigalithic, a.k.a. Well,
say it.
I mean... Okay, I'm Gigalithic, a.k.a. Complete Naked. But, in my opinion, I think there's only one Martha.
Well... Yeah,
we'll see about that.
And I hate that opinion, and you know I hate that opinion.
Yeah, I do, but you know, the viewers support me, and
I'm just gonna say right now that while before Val joined, Giga and I read a fanfic, and I think I'll clip that onto the end of this episode.
You really want to make it like part of the episode, not make it like an optional auxiliary content?
It'll be the very, very end of the episode, and people can not listen. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Is it going to be like 20 minutes long?
No, it's only like 10.
It's like 5 minutes.
Like 5 or 6 minutes of recording.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying, if you're wondering why Giga said complete naked, you'll get your answer. You'll get your answer.
And relevantly, if you don't want to hear us read some erotic literature, do not listen past the end of the episode. Okay.
Well, past the end of the episode is just
past when the episode normally ends. Past when
do not listen past the end of this episode. This is your last podcast.
The episode proper.
I don't want you listening to any more podcasts after this, okay?
Gouge out your ears. Stuff them full of beeswax.
Cork them up.
Yeah. So, we watched some more Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice this week.
This is a long chunkus. I think that I don't think that I didn't think that we could have chopped this any shorter than it is.
No, I think that we left it any shorter, and it would be we would be dragging it out too much, and any longer, and it would have been we'd have finished the movie. Yeah,
so we're watching, for anyone watching along, which I fucking hope to God nobody is.
Yeah, please don't. I'm begging you, please don't.
We're starting at 1 hour and 23, and we'll be ending at 2 hours and 13 minutes.
I understand that this.
My friend who I got to listen to 0 to 0, she's listened to season 1, and she was like, I was thinking for season 2 I might watch along, and I was like, don't.
Do not watch Who Wants to Be a Superhero.
Don't watch Who Wants to Be a Superhero season 2.
Right,
season
exactly.
1 you can get for free. Season 2 you can still get for free, but it's harder.
You have to pay with money and with a little bit of your soul.
Well, you can watch their watch party thing that they did. Anyway,
it's just not as fun to watch.
Don't remind me of that show. I don't want to think about that show.
Yeah, let's. So you mentioned at the beginning that this is a podcast about Zack Snyder's films. Is this a Zack Snyder podcast now?
I don't know.
Okay,
we've done 2 of his films.
I mean, yeah, and we're probably gonna.
I didn't say how many of his films it's about. As of right now, 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So
and who knows? Maybe we'll decide to keep it that way.
So, last time we ended on...
Fuck if I know.
Be their hero or don't. I don't care.
It was the Rand line.
Yeah, the Rand line.
You don't know them a goddamn thing. I'm Martha, and I'm a human.
So, we cut from that to our good friend Kahina on the bus. You may remember Kahina from the first part, where she was the lady who was speaking in front of the Senate about how Batman killed her entire Superman killed her entire family.
I mean, Batman probably did kill some member of her extended family if they're from Gotham.
Yeah, that doesn't really why is she living in Gotham? Oh, maybe that's anyway. Whatever. Superman killed her entire family.
Wait, yeah, that's a good question. Wait, why did nobody...
Okay, no, so...
she wasn't there. Her parents are supposed to have been the one... Her parents were killed.
No, but she was a witness.
Oh, she was a witness.
Yeah, but
why
Clark went to an apartment... Clark went to
No,
her
she lives
apartment.
in Gotham. She has an apartment in Gotham.
Yeah, she's in Gotham when she's riding the bus.
I guess she just happened to be there that day.
She was visiting
Whatever.
her parents.
Whatever. It doesn't... Okay, anyway. So she's on the bus, and she's like, do I love riding the bus. And
But then she sees, as she's about to get off, she sees famous character, the poet, talking to KG Beast.
Oh, yeah, I wrote him down as the prophet, but, yeah.
Yeah.
She goes,
KG...
And
Uh-oh.
this was very smart of her to not get off the bus, but she does walk up to the exit and like almost get off and then like turn around and walk off again. And I was very surprised that the bus driver wasn't like, "Are you getting off or no?"
Yeah. The
Like they didn't ADR just a
Well, the
little
bus
bit
driver
in
was
and-
probably rooting around for a hamburger that he dropped.
Yeah, before he pancakes someone. The, so yeah, we you know, I believe Kahina has the power to travel through space and time to anywhere she desires. And so that might be why she has an apartment in Gotham, because she immediately goes to DC.
Shit. I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
This is
this
going to
movie.
become a thing later. Because of a hole I can see you, Sam, poking in my theory that I have a counter for. Anyway, so
I would never.
She goes to talk to Senator Finch, and she's like, "Damn, okay, this is getting real out of hand. They paid me to talk about my family being dead. They're actually fine."
Yeah, she says that Lex Luthor has, or I don't know if she
she
specifically.
she just says, "I didn't tell you the truth," and then later we find out what it is she told
Yeah,
the senator.
Mm-hmm.
But
if only there
yeah.
had been a journalist there that day. Oh well.
Yeah, you know.
So
This seems like as good a time as any for me to mention. I was doing some research into the differences between regular edition and ultimate edition.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, almost everything with this woman was cut from the theatrical release, except for her first testifying. So you never actually learn that she was lying, and it's just a very confusing...
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
a very
I mean,
confusing thing.
her testimony still lines up with like what everybody else kind of imagines, which is like there is correlation between Superman being here and people dying.
I mean, I will say that, like, maybe, gosh, I don't know. But, I will say that, like, the reaction to this movie's theatrical release was very poor. And while I do believe that this is a dog shit movie, it's really not that much worse than the Snyder Cut, which got pretty, warm critical reception. And,
But
like, the first part was...
That it didn't deserve.
The first part was much worse than the Snyder Cut. But I think that, from all accounts, the theatrical release of this movie is just incoherent garbage.
It sounds incredibly disjointed and confusing. Speaking of things that aren't in the theatrical release, the entire storyline with Calvin Swanwick and the bullet and all of that.
What,
well,
really?
good, because why the fuck would Martian Manhunter care about any of this stuff? I think the thing with the Snyder Cut doing better than the theatrical version of Batman v Superman, part of that would also be that Batman v Superman came out like, right after the Man of Steel came out. It was, people were like, oh, these movies are happening now. Great. And so like more people probably saw it. And then Snyder Cut coming out, it's been 84 years, Titanic voice. The only people that are watching the Snyder Cut are the people that like campaigned on Twitter to have the Snyder Cut come out, and us.
And there is something directly to compare it against, so it's able to have that narrative of like, oh, look how much better it is.
I also think that even on our case, a movie or any piece of media's critical reception has less to do with the actual quality of the piece of media and more to do with the narrative surrounding it. So like for us, I think that at some point I am maybe being harder on this movie than it deserves, because
No, we're perfectly fair and correct.
Okay. But and I think that people when like they're being told to like something, like that is usually why they like it, why they read into it things that are deeper. And like I'm not saying that criticism is entirely a moot point, because that would be stupid to say. Like some things do things differently than other things, right? But
yes.
I think that a lot of the popular, I will say, opinion on media, like whether something is good or bad, as opposed to something that you have an individual experience with and you think different things about part of, has to do with how that thing is contextualized in the media environment that it comes out in.
Right, except for this movie, which everyone was right about that it's bad. So Lois meets with Calvin Swanwick, and he says that the desert was a setup. Someone wanted Superman to look guilty. He hands her the bullet, and he says, the metal in this bullet was developed by LexCorp, and also the shooters were on Lex's payroll.
No,
he says it was developed, or like KG Beast works for, and the bullet was developed by LexCorp. And Lois Lane goes, Lex Luthor. And then a picture of Lex Luthor gets projected as a hologram over the box.
Oh yeah, they did. When he hands her the bullet, we do get a flashback of the shooting and
we
the
get a lot
bullet
of
getting embedded in the journals, as like they know, like
they really spell it out.
The movie is 3 hours long.
So
Don't worry,
long.
here's a flashback. Here's a reminder.
So at this point they're like, the gas, but Ben Lois is like, but how did they know Superman would be there?
Good fucking question.
But it's
then she's
almost
like
they knew that Lois would be on assignment there.
Almost
Does
like
everyone
this
just
is
know that she's fucking Superman?
No, but Lex Luthor does, is the thing.
Oh, Lex Luthor
knows.
knows.
That's what she realized in
and
that
Lex
moment.
Luthor must have arranged for her to get that interview, because isn't this guy notoriously like
Yeah.
doesn't give interviews?
I do think, like, to be honest, we see all the cover-up stuff come together at this point in the movie, and I do think, like, parts of it are genuinely clever. It doesn't make any sense, but, like, the way that it kind of...
That's a hell of a juxtaposition of two sentences.
Why
The way
he's
that
doing it is
way
stupid,
that-
but how he does it.
Yeah, the way that it comes together, these things that you kind of, like, the movie kind of expects, and rightfully so, for you to kind
I
of
see
take
what
for
you mean.
granted, and be like, oh, she got this interview because she's a unique journalist, or, like, things that the people wouldn't notice or look twice at because it's, like, opportunities. We don't look twice at either until it becomes clear that Lex is setting all of this up, which I think it is honestly pretty clever.
Sure. I am still unclear on how the government relates to the LexCorp. Like, how do they know that Lex hired the mercenary?
Not important.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
I
go
think
to
this
Wallace
is just one of
Keefe.
these things where, like, sometimes at work, I'll be, like, trying to get some piece of information about, like, who pays these invoices or whatever. And I ask everyone around me and nobody knows. And then I go to my manager and I'm like, who pays these invoices? And she emails me back within 5 minutes to be like, this is this person and this is their account number and blah, 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 blah.
No, I gotta ask how they do that.
And so, Calvin Swanwick is just kind of at a higher level than Lois Lane, so he has access
Right, 'cause he's
to
from Mars.
Right. No,
Which is
he's not.
space,
Which is
okay.
higher than our Earth.
Questionable. I'm on the fence about Calvin Manhunter.
The more we've watched of this, the more I am confused about who Martian Manhunter actually is in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely Martha, but
It honestly makes more sense for him to be Martha than to be Calvin Swanwick, because Calvin Swanwick,
I swear to God.
but
I'm
see,
saying that to be
Calvin's,
hyperbolic,
like,
but like I don't understand why Calvin Swanwick would be attached to this government position, would be that interested in like would be reticent at first about like talking to Lois Lane about the truth or whatever the fuck. Like he wouldn't care about like U.S. relations more than global peace. He's from fucking Mars.
Well, now
So-
he's converted. He's American Manhunter.
But
now.
no. But the thing is, like,
American
so,
Manhunter.
So I don't know if he's just lived his life as Calvin Swanwick, like just kind of got elected to office being Martian Manhunter.
That would be so fucking
no, it's
weird.
not. No, it's not an It's not even an elected office. Like he's like a general, right?
I'm telling you, he did not go to military school as Martian Manhunter. Martian
he
Manhunter
would
did
have
not
to have served and been exceptional, and maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just he was in the Martian Manhunter's
Martian
like,
Manhunter
I'm
served in
gonna
Desert Storm.
I'm gonna fight in the Gulf War.
Martian Manhunter is in the background of that picture of Pete Buttigieg in Iraq. He's giving
So-
a
It's
thumbs up.
fucking ridiculous. So we go to Wallace Keefe. He's getting scanned through security at the Capitol building. They try to scan his wheelchair, and it goes beep beep beep. Uh-oh. And then the guard
it's like, it's
says,
just a
"Nah,
wheelchair."
you're good to go. Don't worry about it."
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's made out of
immediately
metal.
I'm like, oh, it's a bomb.
Oh, I didn't think of it. I think I was
immediately-
paying
I
attention.
No,
immediately
nothing
grokked
happens.
it.
That's a joke. Nothing happens. Anyway, we'll talk about this in a bit.
Oh yeah, no, he
He gets through security, no problem, which doesn't make any sense.
I'm just saying what I reacted to immediately. Like, what I was like, he's going to be a bomb.
I had another thought about that, which I will talk about later too. But yeah, he's talking to Soledad O'Brien, who's a real reporter.
Yeah,
and
my face when I googled Soledad O'Brien DC Comics to see if she was like, and I was like, oh, so this is not a Vicky Vale situation.
No,
this
I
is a
did know
real
that Soledad
living human.
O'Brien is a real person, which is weird that they like.
Well, they liked to.
There's a lot of CNN in this.
Neil
chunk of the
deGrasse
film,
Tyson
I'll
is
say.
in this one. So Wally is saying that Superman is not a hero, and he wants the Senate to wake up. And he's saying, "I have nothing because legs are everything."
Yeah.
So
Damn.
great.
He literally he gestures to his not legs and says, "This is what war looks like.
is what
I
war
have nothing."
Right.
You didn't.
Right.
You're like you worked in the mailroom, Wally.
There are people that went to actual war.
Yeah, and not for good reasons, but
There's people that are dying, Kim.
Like Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. So
Anyways.
then Lois.
Oh, this
on
is
the
we
phone with-
begin a very funny storyline of this part of the movie where Batman is, well, he's Bruce right now. He's in his office in like a conference
This
room or
is
whatever. He's
so
watching this
funny.
on the news, and he sees Wallace, and he's like,
aren't we paying him?
Greg, can you get in here, Greg? And Greg comes in. I mean, we're skipping a little because there's a lot of cutting back and forth. Through
Yeah,
this
this is a very tense scene. They're building tension, and so what they do, so they cut back and forth between scenes a lot because that's
Bruce
what you
is
do in a movie.
Bruce is like, Greg, do you want to tell me why this man hasn't been getting our checks? And Greg is like, oh, don't worry, sir, he's been getting a check from the victims fund every month since the
You're
incident."
doing a better job of being Bruce Wayne by doing this funny Bruce Wayne than Ben Affleck does.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and
Ben Affleck just seems confused and incompetent.
yeah, and Bruce is
constantly.
like, okay.
And then
So
Greg's like,
why is he saying he has nothing if we send him a check every month? And he's like, oh, don't worry, sir. We do send in those checks, but he returns them every
You
month.
send them back.
our ass is covered.
Here you go, look. And he shows him this pile of checks, which have written on them messages that say stuff like, Bruce Wayne, open your eyes.
You
B.
killed my
Wayne,
family.
I am your ghost.
I am your
God.
ghost is one of them.
It's
yeah.
so
And
intense.
they're also like each check is like paper clipped to like the invoice and the like envelope
It's
that it was
so
sent
funny.
in. Like it wasn't like, oh yeah, I have this like random pile of like garbage that got sent back to us and it's all checks. It's like
No,
he's
they've been like filing
taking-
these.
Yeah. He's been like,
And they
and
just
another
didn't
one
think
from
that
Wally.
they just didn't think it was important.
And later
But-
Batman Bruce Wayne is like, why haven't I heard about this till now? And Greg's like, I'm sorry, I'll look into what happened there.
I love that. Shout out to my man Greg. That is some shit I would do. Just spend a year and a half fucking up knowingly and knowing that my boss is going to be so mad, and then the second he finds out, I'll just be like, I'll look into that, sir.
But like I do believe that these were being withheld from him on purpose. Just
I mean,
like
how much
that-
hate mail does he get though? Really?
I mean,
like,
but we learn later that it's not Wally doing this. I don't think. Maybe it is, but
We'll talk about that. I was very unclear, and I couldn't decide what I think was going on here.
But
yeah,
I mean, ultimately, it's not important. But it is interesting to try to discern where the parts end and begin.
Yeah. So Bruce is like, "What the fuck,
What
Greg?"
the-
And Greg's like, "Oh, sorry, sir. I'll figure it out. Bye."
Greg is like, I will look into that and circle back to you as soon as I know more. Thank you so much for your
Yeah.
patience.
Then Greg presumably like goes out to the parking lot and like sits in his car and eats a
And
sandwich. or
cries for a while. Yeah.
So the other
Lois-
thing that's
yeah.
He brought his Switch to work. He's playing Fire Emblem in the parking lot. Not that I've ever done that.
it's
ahead.
fine. He showed up half an hour late because then you can take a half-hour lunch, but then he takes an hour lunch anyway. No one's said anything about it yet, so
Not that I would ever do that.
no. That's a random hypothetical that I made up.
That neither of us have ever done.
So Lois is on the phone with funny Lawrence Fishburne, and she really wants to publish the story now, even though Martian Manhunter Swanwick won't go on the record as being the source or being a witness or whatever, because he wants to keep his job. Hello. But, Lois is like, he can be anonymous, whatever. I don't have to tell you who my source is. You can still just publish the story. So I guess she's been trying to tell the story of what happened, and it's like not an interesting enough story because basically the story for her is like, I went to interview this guy and then I was in his house and then Superman came and I was over. It was all night.
I like to think that, like, for some reason, Lois is just a very, like, his most trusted reporter, but also a very terrible writer.
He's like, the trips you go on are amazing, but the shit you write afterwards are
dog shit. So you can,
horrible.
like, yeah, you can get these interviews, but we won't publish them.
She
what is
says,
more interesting than that? Jesus Christ.
It is very funny, though, because none of this is in the theatrical release, or like almost none of it.
Oh my gosh.
From what I understand, like, just enough of it was in there to be very confusing. But this part
like,
almost feels
I'm
like
there
was more of it that was cut, because I'm like, wait, so was I supposed to know that Lois, like, has been getting rejected from writing this, like, that she's been wanting to, but he won't let her? Because that's been bothering me for the whole fucking movie,
like,
is why hasn't she written
I mean,
about
it's
this?
kind of explained in this conversation, right? Because she says, I don't need to identify my source, think Watergate. And he says, think litigate, but
Think mirror.
because he's like,
That's what's weird, though, is like, yeah, the anonymous source, sure, but like, you were there, you were a fucking witness.
well, that's
But,
the thing. She was inside. She didn't see any of the controversial stuff.
But
as
she
far
did
as
see that there were paramilitaries there.
As far as she knows, though, like, she could have been, like, taken underground with the guy, and then Superman could have come in and killed everyone.
Yeah, it's true. But
Except
then-
she presumably would have heard the
gunshots?
all the gunshots before Superman got there, and she would have heard, like, the torching of the bodies.
yeah, I don't think
Well-
I think we heard gunshots when we were on interior shots. I could be wrong, but anyway. So I'm thinking back. Well, like, now that we're talking about this and how things are exposited in this movie, I'm thinking back about my kind of, like, I don't know, my points I made earlier that were like, this movie's theatrical cut was the fact that the movie's theatrical cut was absolute garbage, and I don't think that reflects well on Zack Snyder. Because, like people will say, like, oh, it's Snyder's vision, and the studios were just getting in the way and giving it a bad edit. But he made the movie too long.
Yeah, he should know how to make a movie that makes sense in 2 hours.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's something we talked about with the Snyder Cut, was like, yeah, you shouldn't have had a 4-hour movie that needed to be 4 hours long.
He makes bloated, overindulgent movies. And, like, the fact that, like, when they get a theatrical release, they come out as shit is not, like, he's just a very inelegant director.
Right.
Like, he doesn't...
It's inefficient storytelling.
Like, somehow this movie that's 3 hours long does not tell us enough in places, which is wild.
Yeah. Somewhere in the middle of this, we see Lois, like, crosses paths with Kahina, who's, like, going into the subway station, and KG Beast is following her. We then go to Senator Finch.
Oh, we're not... I just had one more thing I wanted to say about the Lois Lane publishing the story
Is it
thing.
Lawrence Fishburne's just is in a restaurant?
No, that wasn't...
He's in a restaurant.
I thought that he was, like, standing outside of Lex Luthor's home kitchen.
That would be funny.
Lex Luthor's home kitchen probably looks like a restaurant. Let's be real. He has $1 bajillion. Lois wants to publish this story as soon as possible, like immediately, so that Superman can see it, and that will probably affect his testimony, so he doesn't, like, I don't know, like, falsely confess
Like,
to
how
doing
fast-
everything. You're okay. Like, maybe other people need to know this story also, but if you want to get this story out so that Superman can read it,
Maybe a text.
just text him.
Yeah. Like,
You live together.
Getting it to... but, I mean, like, there's no room on that costume for a fucking cell phone.
She doesn't
But,
know he's
like,
already in
then
costume.
it begs the question of, you know, how would he read it? How would he
Right,
get
exactly.
it?
Like, he's not reading it on
Oh,
his phone if his phone isn't in his
he's always
costume.
reading the papers. If we get this to press immediately,
Yeah. Anyway, we go to Senator Finch. She's talking to some guy who's not the other senator from before, but he's some guy. Maybe he's also a senator. I don't know.
He's
This is where she tells him,
sorry,
Lex
I jumped the
Luthor
gun
paid that
earlier.
woman. He gave her a script. He threatened her. Her parents are alive. And then,
Parents aren't even
they cross paths with Lex
yeah.
Luthor.
Speak of the devil. And
And
he
he
appears.
says, "Go on in, Mercy. Save me a seat." A wink.
Wink. And Mercy's like, I'm gonna die.
yeah.
She gets the most. It's so funny.
She's like,
anyway.
okay, Lex, whatever you say. And then he finally gets to say the thing that he set up earlier. that Senator Finch thought she could dunk on him with, where he says, "The oldest lie in America is that power can be innocent."
I
Finch
thought it was so... I couldn't believe when he's like, anyway,
Like,
what I
what?
was saying about the oldest lie in America... I was like, wait,
What?
He's like, let me say my line, Senator.
right? He's like,
he's such-
the conversation we had 2 weeks ago really got out of my control, and I'd like to get back to that.
I mean, that's relatable. Like, I'll be in, like, the shower, like, after having a conversation with someone, and, like, a week later be thinking of, oh, god damn it. I should have fucking done that.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
so
that Lex just has the self-assurance to actually go up to the person later and be like, your mom is poorly made.
or like the self-assurance or absolute social in unawareness. But
We get two little quick snippets in the
so
middle of this. Martha is watching this on CNN at the restaurant or whatever that she works at. And KG Beast pushes Kahina into a train.
into a
and she
train.
dies.
Yeah,
God, yeah.
cool.
It's horrible. I hate seeing someone stand so close to the edge of the train track. What is that
There you go.
called? The ledge.
The track.
Well, no,
Oh,
I was trying to say the thing that she was
The platform.
on. The platform. Thank you. Yes. I hate seeing someone stand so close to the edge of the platform, and then they show you the train coming, and then they show you the person on the edge of the platform, and the sinister person behind them, and then the train coming, and then the sinister... It's just like, I get it,
Kahina,
she's gonna get
like,
pushed.
By the way,
Kahina-
KG Beast just in front of a lot of people
front of
just
a- yeah,
murders
I
this
would-
woman. And
No one's like, he's like, who could have done this?
another day in the big city,
hey,
baby.
Hey,
like,
I
when the
saw you do that.
When the train, like, hits her, it's not like it keeps barreling through and nobody notices that
Right.
she, like, I
That's
feel
Gotham,
portrayed
baby.
Running someone over is probably going to be cause for some concern.
kind of
Yeah.
gonna stop the whole situation, and then everyone's gonna be like, hey, what's up with that guy walking briskly away? He's like,
Right,
oh, I
after
realized I actually have
pushing
to go on
her.
the C train, not the B, sorry.
I like that. I like Lex. Sorry to cut back and forth like the movie's doing, but I also like Lex's comment, like Lex's little aphorism, his timed out his quote about how the oldest lie in America is that power can be innocent. And
Never heard that before.
And it's like, okay, so but like he is like, I mean, it's true, but he means it in the way of, power can be innocent, but I like power, and so I'm a fucked up little boy.
Do you know what the oldest lie in America is, Senator? It's that what happened to the Roanoke colonists was a mystery.
It's really not.
They wrote a note saying exactly where they were going. So Lois arrives at the Capitol building, Superman lands there, and we see all of these people holding signs that say shit like, Superman is an illegal alien.
We get one, I mean, there's one sign in particular that kind of drew my eye, you could say, as we're descending on the crowd. Superman is also looking very scary.
He's being very sinister. Did they subpoena him for this, by the way? Because they're like, we hope he shows up.
Yeah, I think it's more, like, I don't think they can subpoena him. I think that it would put people's lives at risk to subpoena Superman.
They could
So-
superpena him.
I was trying
think
to work toward that, but it wasn't coming.
And
Subpoena.
every night when Lois is in the bath, he superpenas her.
Yeah!
Yeah, with his fucking shoes on.
Yeah. Anyway, they only fuck in the bathtub. Yeah, he's been floating up, and we descend on the crowd. As Superman descends, his cape doesn't go up like you would, like a cape would, like, because when you go down, things that have a greater air, air resistance than you do, tend to go up, and so his cape would billow up as he went down.
Yes.
Except it doesn't.
It doesn't because he's creepy.
It's a very heavy cape, okay?
Yeah, but it does, but it, like, blows in the wind.
Maybe he slows down at the right speed that as he's lowering, the CGI artists forget to make his cape move.
He goes down, he moves downwards so fast is the thing.
I think you got a bit sidetracked because you forgot to talk about the swastika sign.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, there is a sign that's like little kind of home base plate that Superman
No,
has on his chest.
it's the Superman. Oh yeah.
But instead of the S inside of it, it's two S's and there's a swastika. And it's
Now,
like,
this was
great.
This was very weird though because there's
right?
Superman flies down. the crowd is like two screaming fangirls and then everyone else is booing, but all we hear is cheers, which was confusing.
Yeah,
so
right?
I couldn't really get the temperature of the crowd.
It was
Yeah.
like yelling.
All of the anti-Superman people are like
It's
Antifa
SJWs.
thug
Yeah, they're like,
SJWs.
they
Yeah,
like
it's fucking
they have
weird.
undercut stuff, and
You know, the people that famously hate illegal aliens?
yeah, the people who are famously very racist.
There
is
was
the,
one guy
the
with
Antifas.
full-on Liberty spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
Like what?
I guess I didn't realize they were libertarian spikes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't get the anti-Superman SJWs.
It's very like they're wearing like masks and they're all like tattooed like punks.
Yeah, it's really,
so
really weird.
what you failed to consider, Sam, is that Antifa is short for anti-funny alien.
And
So they're very against Superman.
It's just so like it has no like emotional resonance to me, because when I picture people that would like really violently protest a change in status quo with the introduction of an alien, I don't picture people my age like being like who are like alternatively styled and like
lib coded. Yeah,
like this would be like you wouldn't be able
Superman
to make this
has
movie
high metabolism. He's gonna eat all my tofu.
God
Save
damn
some
it.
tofu for the rest of us.
kryptonite is really bad for kale. Like
How am I supposed to go to Whole Foods with Superman flying around in the sky?
like you couldn't film this scene after like the Capitol insurrection,
No, you could.
like
Good thing
with these people. It would have to be, you know, those fucking dudes.
Yeah,
So.
I do want to. You know what?
But
we do
this
need to
movie
give
is not
thanks.
actually
the
about
Q
challenging the
shaman-
status quo. So
The Q shaman would be there.
We do need to give thanks to Zack Snyder for one thing.
Yeah.
The shot of Superman walking down the hallway of the Capitol building is hilarious.
It's so funny. People. Oh Jesus! Oh God!
yeah, everyone's really surprised because he's not on the docket for today. But okay.
So when he
walks in a fully straight line from the entrance to the podium, because I guess they just put the podium on either side, but just right in the middle.
I was expecting it to be like in front of like Senate, not like in front of a subcommittee. But
Yeah, it's not the whole Senate. It's just like some like hearing room.
it's a
or
small
something.
hearing room. Yeah,
We do need to address also one quick cutaway before everything else that happens, where we cut back to the conference room that Bruce is in, and Greg walks in and he's like, "Oh, one more for you, boss." Oh, yeah.
One more, and it says,
"Oh, this is the one that I forgot."
"You let your family die."
You let your family die. Oh yeah,
Greg,
yeah. What
Greg,
did you
buddy.
do? You
How
should,
fucking
you
dare
little boy.
you,
You
Bruce.
should have killed him.
Your
Greg, my
first
dude,
mistake
you-
was being 10.
You did not need to bring him that like that. You just say I'll let him cool down. He doesn't need to see this right now.
It's kind of just
Greg.
inflammatory and weird.
Greg is like, I don't want to get in trouble for not giving you another
I'm just like, if my family died by violent murder and you let my family down, so I think by the time I was like 50, I'd be like, no, I was 10.
Yeah. Well, I
but-
think
No.
what he's-
It was Wayne. The company was the family.
Yeah,
Because it was
that's
a
what he's
picture.
saying.
It was a
wrapped
picture
in a-
of the Wayne
Oh.
Tower being destroyed.
Family.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is just like that.
Vin
thing where you-
Diesel.
At Wayne Enterprises, we're not an office. We're a family. I'll give you permission to
We're a
evacuate.
family, and if you don't ever resent your family for asking you to stay late with no overtime pay.
You're right. I should have stopped Superman. Oh, wait. Never mind.
You know, Bruce is pretty fucking pissed at Greg, though. He's probably thinking, man, I wish I hadn't given them permission to evacuate.
So Superman walks in. He looks like he's wearing like he's like
Yes!
contoured, and it looks like he's wearing like a big Superman buff suit.
Yes, exactly. He looks like he's wearing
Yeah.
a rubber Superman costume. He looks
Yeah.
It looks so fake. Like if you
It
had giant
yeah.
shoulder muscles and trapezius muscles like that, he would also have big neck muscles, but he doesn't. So just have it be Henry Cavill.
It's just contoured. Yeah, he
like-
looks like the kid, like the Superman's coming to school kid.
Yeah, and you cannot have Superman with that body, quote unquote body, in the same movie that you have Henry Cavill take off his shirt.
Yeah, right.
Because now we know. Like
now we know. Like he's really buff. Like
it's not like
fine.
Batman with his like fake like molded armor and the little molded nipples on it. It's like this is supposed to be like skin tight.
It was weird that the Superman. It was weird that the Superman anti-Superman suit had both molded nipples and balls. So we cut to Mercy Graves, and she's like, because the hearing's starting, and Mercy Graves like, "Where is it? Oh fuck! Oh god, I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!"
Next to her, the Lex Luthor seat is empty.
Senator Finch. She's talking about how great democracy is, and she's like, "Today is a day for truth." And only by speaking,
and so then
working together, and everyone around her is like, "You good?"
She sees the scariest liquid she's ever fucking seen.
I mean, so we need to discuss here. So she turns.
Yeah, why is she? What's so freaked out about?
She's pontificating, and then she sees a jar of liquid on her thing.
Oh, it's Granny's peach tea.
And it says Granny's peach tea on it. Well, she doesn't see that because she just sees like words that you could very easily understand are Granny's peach tea.
For the record, it is a mason jar on her Senate-branded coaster,
full of yellow
Granny's
liquid.
Peach Tea.
Full of yellow liquid. So so what we need to ask ourselves at this point in the movie, very important to the entire tone of the movie, because this is the kind of inciting incident of the action of this movie all the way 2 hours in. Is this piss?
Yes.
Yes,
it's
that
piss.
is a mason jar.
It's definitely full of piss.
Full. A mason jar
cup.
Full of piss.
Very healthy looking piss.
I don't know who brought this in or when.
No, I think you could hydrate more. Because your tea's not supposed to be. Yeah.
It should not look like Granny's peach tea, I'll tell you that. I don't know who brought this jar of piss in.
Yeah.
If I was sitting in the hearing chamber next to somebody with a jar of piss on a coaster, I think I would maybe take umbrage with that.
I think the whole point...
Senator Finch, is that a jar of piss? Sorry, is this yours?
I don't know why she has to turn it to see what it says to know that it's a Granny's peach tea / piss.
Why does it say
visual metaphor?
Why does it say Granny's peach tea?
I also, when she reached out scaredly to move it and read the label, I did think she was like, "Oh no, I have to drink this now," and like reaching out to take a sip.
Yeah, a red dot appears on her forehead, and
like,
Mercy nods at her.
Like, I literally, by the way that Lex was talking up to this point, by the fact that, like, besides the fact that he could be holding a gun for every scene in this movie and no one would treat him any differently, it does not make sense for her to be as scared as she is.
Well, like, I think it's supposed to be...
What is there to read into here?
I mean, I don't know how she immediately knows that it's Lex that did this if she doesn't know that it's a jar of piss labeled Granny's peach tea, but it's definitely supposed to be, like, the scary thing is supposed to be, like, he has gotten behind the, like, he's not just in the audience of this hearing, he's like gotten all the way up to where her desk is, which is like clearly he's got like accomplices or something.
No, I think that's where it gets though, because you have a lot of time to consider that, because she's like fucking terrified. She's like,
it's important to tell the story even if we don't like.
So is there someone working here at the Senate who put that there, or did like Mercy walk in and be like, "Excuse me, Senator Barrows, can you put this?"
Lex has people everywhere. Is it Lex's pee, though?
That's the question. Lex has people everywhere, but does Lex have pee everywhere?
It's
Is
gotta
Lex's
be right.
pee-pole everywhere?
It's gotta be Lex's piss, right?
No fucking way did one person piss that much. Unless he
saved it up!
Have you never had to give a urine test sample and had them say, you just have to fill it up to this line, and then you give them a fully full cup and you're like, oops, haha? You've never done that?
Oops, haha, and then you wink at them?
He drank a lot of coffee.
I had to do that recently.
And you give them a thing called labeled Granny's peach tea and they're terrified.
Yes. They're like, take a sample cup from any of these from the drawer, and you write.
We didn't give you a mason jar. Where is the container we gave you?
And they're like, that came out of me. I don't know what to say. Like, it's what I produce every time I pee. It's like a kidney stone, but
oh god,
much worse.
I gotta pass this mason jar.
His piss is Granny's peach tea.
Anyway, I wasn't starting to tell a story about giving a urine sample, so...
Yeah, you don't need to.
Then...
None of us need to establish on the record how much we piss.
Right.
So she's like...
As soon as she realizes that it says Granny's peach tea and is therefore a throwback to the contentious conversation she had with Lex Luthor in his dad's old room...
I still don't know what any of what they said in that conversation.
Well, it no longer matters.
Okay, true.
Well, he started to say, you know what the oldest lie in America is, and so he's trying to say, like, Finch, I'm going to tell you right now that there's no such thing as power without evilness. Blah. And she's like, I'm going to cut you off, actually, because I know that you're like Mr. Fancy Pants trying to charm everyone, but you know, you can pee in a mason jar and tell me it's Granny's peach tea, but that doesn't mean I'm going to drink it because I have the upper hand in this conversation. Yeah. So there. Bleh.
Oh,
and
okay. So
that's what that conversation
he has
was.
the upper hand here.
So now he's being like, actually, I will give you a glass of my pee. So there.
Mm-hmm.
And you will drink it. Mm-hmm. We cut. So no, we don't cut to Wallace. What we do is we cut. She's like, oh, and Superman sees it. She's going, oh, and then Superman looks at Wallace.
Only by working together,
and Superman's like, oh, that's weird. And then so he looks over at Wallace for a bit, and then we get about 5 frames of Wallace, and then the entire wing of the Capitol building goes up in flames explosion. Immediately. Just a huge jump scare, like.
Yes.
And then,
so extremely violent.
What is Superman feeling in this moment? Because the entire building explodes around him.
Just kind of like, Lois is outside and she's like, oh, fuck. And Superman's like...
He's making the face of someone who just got splattered with piss.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, yeah,
he's
just he's in the middle of all the rubble, right? And he's like, obviously has survived the explosion with no problems, and everyone else is like fire and ash around him. And he's just like...
Yeah, and he's just like, God damn
Mondays.
Also, we know that he can move fast enough to keep up with the Flash in a fight, but he
didn't
feel like
to do it in time.
He didn't feel like it.
Well, he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, and so...
Well, maybe he should have when he... Well, we'll get to it.
This is another thing
when he noticed that he couldn't see through the wheelchair. Anyway.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Let's just get into it right now. Wallace's wheelchair was lined with lead, so Superman couldn't see... He tried to scan it with his X-ray vision, but he couldn't see into it.
We're skipping a lot.
Okay, yeah.
That's a lot later.
Okay. We'll get it later. I'll just remember this for now.
But also, I mean, we can talk about it now.
Because I don't think like it's particularly
now the suspense
important.
Is broken. But my main thing about thinking about this scene of, you know, if the bomb was in Wallace's wheelchair, which is what the lead in the wheelchair tells us, right?
Yes.
That made me realize, why the fuck is Wallace allowed in government buildings? Why was he allowed to be at a Senate hearing that Superman was subpoenaed for? He made quote unquote hate crime threats. Like there was one of them was definitely a bomb threat. Why is he allowed to go anywhere?
The thing
he got bail, but
wheelchairs are made out of aluminum, too, most of the time. And, like, a wheelchair like that would be made out of aluminum, so it wouldn't set off metal detectors.
But I don't think lead set off metal detectors?
It did in this movie. The metal detector went off at his wheelchair, and they're like, oh, fine, you can just go through. Which I don't think they would do if you were going into the Capitol. I don't think they would do that if you're going to the Capitol. I don't think they would be like, oh, it's okay. I think they would
you know why
aside,
they did?
Sit you down
because
somewhere
they were
and
virtue signaling Antifa SJWs.
Just libs. Anyway.
I could see them being like, oh, sorry, you can't take your wheelchair in here. You have to use this, like, shitty one that we got in 1996 for this purpose, and someone will wheel you around, like we'll push the handles for you.
But it's kind of a moot point here. I mean, this is just sewed out in Superman, so I guess it's not really a moot point.
So
I'm getting there. Yeah. So Superman, like by the time Superman walked into that room, it was too late for everybody in there. because even if he had saw something that was wrong, he couldn't have stopped it. Like, that dude's
I mean, he
gonna
could have
explode.
gotten Wallace out.
If he had seen, if he had seen if he had been able to see the bomb, he could have grabbed it and like.
But the thing
away.
is that he was able to see that something was wrong while he was in there because he can see through things, and there is something in that room that he can't see through.
Also,
And
he
it's
has
that
super
wheelchair.
hearing, and we know damn well that bomb was blinking and beeping.
Beep, beep, beep,
That's
beep,
true.
beep, beep,
Maybe
beep,
he didn't
beep,
even
beep,
think to
beep, beep.
do it. But then what's the point of it being covered in lead? Anyway.
So that if he thinks to.
But the movie makes a point later about him, like...
He did
Superman,
check.
Yeah, he did check.
He
But
checked, and he saw that it was a lead-lined wheelchair for the guy who was sent here by Lex Luthor, and he was just like, oh, that's fine. Well, I guess in this universe, he doesn't think of Lex Luthor as, like, his enemy at
He
this
also,
point. But
I don't think that, I think the point of sending Wally there was that he is a credible enough person that would, like, want to be involved. Because, like, I think the thing with the checks, too, is that, like, I can't tell if Wally, like, if Wally is in on it or not. Like, he could be.
if that's something staged by Luthor, because he is
Right.
a wacko. Like, he is...
He is the perfect pansy if he's not in on it. But if he's in on it,
Patsy.
he
right, we saw him making
My
a
bad.
bomb earlier
Patsy.
in the movie.
Yes, exactly. And then he made bomb threats. And Lex is like, I have a fancy wheelchair for you and a fancy bomb, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry for saying pansy when I meant
It's very
Patsy.
confusing. We see Lois and Martha and Bruce all reacting.
Yeah, we get a horse of symbolism again.
A horse?
There's
Yeah,
dead-
so one of the cops
a
is on
fog
horseback,
horse,
and
yes.
then when the building explodes, the horse rears up.
Yep.
And I'm like,
There's dead bodies
horse.
everywhere. The building is on fire, and the
Martha dropped
paramedics, blah,
coffee.
blah, blah.
So
Superman has a look with Lois, and then he just flies away.
Superman
he
brings
just
a
leaves.
couple of people out of the rubble.
Well, I've done all I can do.
Yeah.
Right? He brings one person, he like puts her down on the stretcher, and the EMT is like, okay, I need some space now. And he like
he's just
backs
like,
away.
I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this anymore.
Like, oh my
I'm-
god, everyone hates me.
I
And
just
he
need some time. I just need some time to myself.
Yeah, and he leaves. And then is this when the oh yes,
We go
Alfred
to
chop
Alfred.
wood.
Alfred is chopping some wood. He sees the news.
Alfred is dropping choke.
There's no reason for this scene to be in the movie. This is just
Wally-
wasting my time.
We see it. The last check that Wally wrote has a instead of like the threat or something. There's a drawing of the Capitol building on fire.
So
Lex
that's
stole
the
all
thing,
the
right?
checks and sent them back, pretending to be Wally, or Wally was like,
Wally
I have a
just
great
was
idea.
like, I have a
with
great
Lex.
idea. Let's no, because Wally wasn't prepared for this.
Yeah,
We
we'll
learned that
learn that
later.
in a bit.
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that.
So he's just like, this one I'm just going to draw something kind of cool.
No, maybe Lex or like KG Beast or whatever was like taking Wally's checks before he got them.
That's what I
and
was
like
thinking.
sending them back, making them look like Wally doesn't want them. Yeah, so that then it
That's-
could be like, see, Bruce Wayne doesn't even care about you.
That's
I was
what
thinking
I was thinking.
that, except that the I mean, I guess this could have been them copying him, but like they all had the like red text, which was like a perfect match for what he did to the Superman statue.
Yeah, and it is
I
also
mean,
what
it's-
you see doing as an apartment. But again, that's
He-
just his most recognizable thing that he
I guess
actually
so.
did.
He spray painted on a statue. Red Sharpies aren't that expensive.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
No. It'd be
Anyway.
it would be a good way to. It would be a helpful way to frame him.
Yeah, I guess.
So, like,
I don't know what the point of that is, but
so speaking of things that we don't know what the point of them is.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred is chopping wood, and he's like, "Damn, I got all this firewood." And he goes inside, and he's like, "Master Bruce," and then he says, "Mr. Bruce." Or Master Wayne, Mr. Wayne, whatever. Bruce is gone. That's all the scene. So my question,
good scene.
my question.
really
So
good
this is
spot.
when I ask, what exactly is Lex Luthor trying to do here by killing people in a room that Superman is in? Like, Superman obviously didn't do it. He doesn't explode buildings. Lex is the person that was
That's
supposed
the
to be
thing, though,
there
is, like,
and
a lot of
wasn't
people-
there.
A lot of people think he's a threat, so you would think like that this is them trying to frame Superman, except that in a bit, I don't think it's happened yet, but we're gonna see a bunch of fucking CNN news footage
like-
of people going like, the suspect, Wallace Keefe, had bombs in his apartment. Like,
He
they
could
know
be,
that
he
it was
could be
Superman.
collaborating with Superman.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know why
what?
they keep guessing that maybe he and Superman were in on it together. But I think the reason it's supposed to implicate Superman is because he either doesn't care enough about Earth to check every room he's in for bombs, or he saw the bomb and he liked it.
But
Those are the only two options because we don't
made
know about the
Megusta
lead.
face at the bomb.
But the thing is that it just makes Lex Luthor look incredibly suspicious.
It's a lot. It could have been a lot more pointed to, like, he could have framed Superman in a more specific way
Like
this.
Superman doesn't.
I mean, also, though, there's going to be a scene in a bit, and we're skipping around a lot, but there's going to be a scene in a bit where they're like, oh, the bomb was in the wheelchair of Wallace Keefe, a wheelchair which he received from Lex Luthor made of metal developed exclusively by LexCorp.
Yeah.
So, speaking of LexCorp...
So Lex Luthor did it. He wasn't there.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be, but then he didn't show up. Like, how much more obvious can it be?
Right,
Speaking of LexCorp, Lex pulls up his funny car to the big building and sees that there's been a boo-boo.
Sorry, there's one thing that happens before this.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Which is that the person on the there's somebody on the news who says Superman was helping bring victims out of the explosion, but then he just fucked off, and we don't know where he is. And I was just like,
so
if your
funny.
main thing is that like people are accusing you of like killing people and like not caring about like human death and whatever,
maybe don't fucking leave.
Why would you not do the maximum help that you could before leaving? Like,
bad optics.
Do a quick like, are you good if I leave?
Well, Martha told him, you don't owe those people a goddamn thing.
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid.
It's bad ops for Superman here.
It's a pretty
Yikes,
easy,
not
like,
a good look.
optics game. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
Soft blocking Superman
you were
now.
right.
So there's
saying.
been a boo-boo at LexCorp, and the police are here to put a Band-Aid on it.
And by a boo-boo, what you are referring to is that the headquarters of LexCorp has been,
I did say
blown
funny
up.
car, so they do understand.
Well, the funny car was Lex's cool motorcycle. The headquarters exploded.
It's weird. It's like half of a car.
He drives in past the security station outside in the parking lot, and it's fully on fire.
Yes.
There's
In this moment, I was like, wait, so Lex blew up his own building too to make it look like he was also a victim in some kind of like multiple bombing scenario.
no.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely parallel to the Capitol bombing.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening here? Did they figure it out? Did they figure out it's him and they're like here to arrest him? No.
He walks through the rubble of LexCorp and like passes by a like half deflated basketball that's on the floor in the like
so cute.
Cool basketball court lobby.
It's like on fire.
My basketball.
So they're at the desk. They're at the panopticon desk that you have in your building, and the police officer is literally sitting there saying, "Oh yeah, enhance that." So we see that Batman was here, and he's the one that did this. Jesus Christ, Bruce! You're so fucking bad at this. How is he so bad at this?
He's a villain. Always has been. Always will be.
You'd think he would use like stealth. You think?
No, not in this. I wouldn't think that.
Ultimately,
like how many times do you have to go down on Catwoman before you learn something about being sneaky?
You say that you would think I would know that you would think. Fuck. You said you think I would think that he would use stealth, but I watched how he tailed that truck earlier.
Oh my god, yeah.
The only reason that he got away with this and then he was immediately caught is just because Lex wants him to have this stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's because Lex wants this movie to be called Batman v Superman.
So, if you couldn't guess by now, the reason that he is here, throughout the boardroom scene, he is looking more and more intensely at the TV. And so, if you couldn't guess by now, which I wouldn't blame you for if you haven't been watching the movie, because we're bad at describing it, but Batman came here to steal the copper light, and he did. And by the copper light, I do mean thing full of kryptonium, kryptonite, whatever.
Yeah.
And the one that came on the White Portuguese.
And now that Giga's asleep, the way that we know that Batman did it, besides just a caped figure jumping down and eating a security guard, like if you look at the
security
footage,
guard does not come back down.
It's like Batman, like a caped figure, like descends on the security guard and then like goes back up into the ceiling, and the security guard is gone.
Howard,
fallen asleep on the floor, gone. But he also put a batarang inside of the little glass case that the copper light goes in.
So yeah, he's just kind of like, I hate to use the word, but he's just kind of a thug. I guess maybe like he's a bruiser.
leaving behind. He's leaving
He's
behind
not-
a calling card like he's the fucking Joker.
He's a
He's
criminal.
not like a super spy detective type in this universe.
No.
He's not like
Well, we learned
he's
that
not,
last time.
He's not like he's not sneaky. He doesn't blend into the night.
Mm-hmm.
He's not subtle. Or well, I mean, the point of Batman isn't to be subtle; it's to be sneaky and hard to detect. It's to be, but
He's
also
a mass
terrifying.
murderer.
He's
If the
a mass
original-
murderer and a bruiser. Like he runs in and he just beats the shit out of a problem until
Everyone.
it's solved.
Yeah.
And then he sets the building on fire for no reason.
If the original Batman concept is like an X-Acto knife or a scalpel,
He's a terrorist.
he is a one of those big medieval sticks with the ball that's got all the spikes on it on the rope.
a morning
Like-
star?
A cup and ball.
A morning star.
yeah, the cup and ball.
No, a morning star.
I know it's not cup and ball. That's a different thing.
Yeah,
A night star, because with a K.
I was going to go with like a meat cleaver. That doesn't necessarily have to be sharp. It just has to be heavy enough to cut through bone.
right, or like a meat tenderizer even.
Yeah, like a hammer.
So then we go to Lois's hotel room. She's watching CNN. They talk about how the bomber was Wallace Keefe. This was where I went on the internet to try to figure out why the fuck Lex did this and see if there were any posts that could explain it. And I couldn't find any post that really gave a satisfactory explanation of why Lex did this. But I did find a lot of posts that said, why did he blow up the Capitol building? If you feel like you don't understand it, it's because Lex is on another level of intelligence. Like, you
my
can't
God.
even
Yeah.
conceive of why this plan was so genius.
My IQ is just too low. He's
Come
above me.
on.
But these are no. You have to understand, Val, that this is totally expected behavior from these people. These are like Elon Musk fucking heads that,
Right,
that are like
right.
I
bought
always-
into the Calvinist thing that is like, oh, these people are just above me. There are people
Right.
that just understand things better than I do.
I always see this with, like, Tywin Lannister, where they're like, yeah, Tywin Lannister is the most genius epic man in the entire
Yeah, it's
Game
just
of
like
Thrones
the-
world.
it's-
Like,
it's
yeah, how'd that
brain
work out
genius
for
shit.
him?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's so smart. He's just working. Everyone's playing checkers and he's playing chess.
Well,
I mean, we know
Sam-
that the resolution of Lex's storyline in this movie is going to be that he ends up
Goes to prison.
He goes to prison
He
and
wants the
then
movies to
sets
happen.
everyone down on the path toward the fucking anti-life equation being
His-
wielded by Darkseid.
But I
His
do
motivation
think-
is that he wants the Batman v Superman fight,
Yeah.
and then he wants the Justice League Justice's Gray edition to come out.
yeah,
yeah,
he does.
really wants the
motivations is that he
Justice League
wants-
movie.
The movies to happen. Because
So, yeah,
otherwise,
he is-
it makes no
So he's
fucking
Zack
sense
Snyder.
why he's doing anything. Yes, and
Yeah.
Sam,
'Cause it doesn't- it, like-
to
like-
adjust to address the point of if you
Sorry,
don't
you're both
understand X,
trying to scream at me. I know how it goes.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
But I am. If you feel like Giga's theory that which I endorse that
Thank you.
the Martian Manhunter is also Martha Kent,
No.
And Martha Wayne.
if you feel like it doesn't make sense, it's because your brain is from Earth and Martian Manhunter's brain is from Mars.
It's
and
from Mars.
He's
And women-
Mars smart, and it's a different.
Women are from Venus.
Well, he's an
Exactly.
illegal alien, and that just means that I'm right.
Oh, okay. But yeah, like
Women are from Venus, except for Martha, who's from Mars.
from Mars.
So Lois tries to call Clark, and then she gets jump scared when she's like, "Come on, pick up!" Oh fuck!
Oh god!
He's
Oh
standing
fuck!
on her balcony.
Yes.
He's so scary. It's kind of endearing.
This
Like,
is where he says, "Like I couldn't see it."
It's like he can't help but be very scary, and it's kind of like it kind of makes me like him more.
I love my scary boyfriend.
He's like, I didn't see it, or maybe I didn't care to see it.
So
He
I
did like
think-
it.
so,
he made
like-
Magusta face. Confirmed.
I know that the movie proves Lex right because his goal in doing this is to sow self-doubt in Superman and to make Batman angry at him because he's Superman's adjacent to because Batman obviously his brain Bruce Wayne's brain operates on like he doesn't really have object permanence. He sees something bad happening and sees someone and just associates those two events entirely like, oh, that's causality.
Yeah. The way that you could, like, they show Bruce watching the news of, like, the explosion and stuff,
You
and
can
it
see the
really looks
synapses
like
firing.
he thinks that Superman did it.
Like, you can see the synapses firing in his
He's
brain.
the only person who was tricked. Genuinely.
But Lex knows that it'll work, I guess. So yeah, the movie proves Lex right again and again. But like, looking at this from like a reality perspective, like, no. Like, this would be like if Hillary Clinton was in the U.S. Embassy when Benghazi happened, she would be less like likely to be doing it, even if she somehow survived in the eyes of nut jobs. It's just like an absurd premise, but I guess like it's not worth like going on about again and again, even though I'm the one that keeps doing it.
I think the seeds of self-doubt are being sown, though, because Superman says,
works.
like, I couldn't see it, or maybe I just didn't. And, like, whether or not the wheelchair is lined with lead, we don't know if he actually, like, tried to x-ray the whole building. We don't know. Like, maybe he really just, like, was also slipping. And, like, you know, oh, it's not his fault, because even if he had checked, it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, exactly.
It's a stupid movie, but it's also full of stupid characters, and so
which doesn't help.
And
so Clark,
I'm convinced by Henry Cavill's Superman. I think he does a really good job in this movie.
Yeah, I think that Henry Cavill is honestly maybe even better. He's maybe better at playing Superman than he is at playing Geralt, and I like him as Geralt.
So Clark says
Geralt from The Witcher.
Clark says all that I do is try to live up to my dad's expectations, but Superman was never real. He was just the dream of a farmer from Kansas. And Lois says, "No, Superman," and she rubs his big nasty S. And she says, "No, Superman, you give people hope." And he says, "No," and then he flies away. Lex
he farts off camera, like you just hear, whoosh, and then
Lex
gone.
takes.
She says this S means something. And he says, it meant something on my world.
No.
It's not as cool as the other S.
No, Superman. You see, it also looks like the Earth letter S, which does mean Superman.
Yeah.
So we go to Lex.
Exactly. It's dual purpose.
So we go to Lex.
Lex is wearing Zod's fingerprints on his fingers.
He uses the patented LexCorp finger skin technology to get into the pussy pathways and go into the goop room.
Now we see why he was slicing off Zod's fingerprints when we saw the little piece of kryptonite.
Yeah. I'm hooting, but I am like, oh, okay. And then I'm hooting and hollering because he's back, baby. He's back in the scout ship. It's looking awful.
Those lips are parted for him.
And he goes to the goop room. He gets in the goop with his shoes and pants on.
He gets led to the goop by a floating turkey leg computer. Did you guys see that? The little robot that's like, this way, Mr. Luthor. Not that it talks. It's shaped like a fucking Disney turkey leg. It's great.
He sloshes his way into that goop because, like, if you see that goop, you see that fucking amber liquid, you can't help but get in there.
It's water. It's so obviously water. I don't like the viscosity is, like, too low in this.
Yeah, it's not a true goop.
It's water.
It was goopier in Justice League.
So then
it's just brown water, which he dives right in with his shoes and pants.
Just like a New Yorker.
He's like, Granny's peach tea.
Oh no, and he drinks it all. And he makes all
he takes a sip and he's like, this isn't piss.
It's like in fucking like the Half-Life VR thing. It's just he goes it. He just slurps it all up. Oh no, it's like the
he gets out his big LexCorp curly straw that's 6 feet long.
The
whenever they
TV
find a
one.
soda machine,
Gordon, I'm full. Anyway.
Gordon, I'm full.
So then he goes up to a little console little thing, and there's like a key in it, like an alien version of a key. But he pulls it out and he kind of looks at it and manipulates it with his hand a little bit.
It kind of looks like a little version of the funny phone.
God, I wish.
Sure. Yeah, it's a thing.
Like, it's a funny phone keychain.
Yeah, it's a funny cell phone.
It's one of those charms that you'd put on your little Nokia, but funny.
God, I miss the funny phone
version of it. I miss the funny phone too.
So then he lets go of the key, and it like magnetic / magically returns to the console, and then he's like, "Oh, maybe I have to hit it with my hand." And he puts his hand on there and he smushes it, and the whole ship friggin' wakes up. So it's like,
I like when the ship is like, "Would you like to assume command?" And he's like,
Just
Yeah,
immediately asking. Is
Why
like,
would you ever say no?
It's
Like,
so
sure,
funny
I'd
because
like-
didn't Cyborg have to like do a bunch of shit, and then she's
Yeah.
like, "Would you like to resume
But I mean, he didn't
assume
have
command?"
Zod's-
And he's like,
he-
"I'm in."
He didn't have Zod's fingerprints. Is the thing.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
but this,
so
this
ship-
thing knows that it isn't him, that it isn't Zod.
No, but it assumes that if you are a skilled enough person to cut off Zod's fingertips and put them on your own fingertips and access the
Like
machinery
bugles.
using that, then you are suitable to become the captain of this ship.
Any
A
friend
decision
of
that-
Zod's fingertips is a friend of mine.
A decision that the ship will soon regret. I feel so fucking bad for this ship.
poor ship.
It's all just like,
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Nobody
the
ever
ship
goes into
tells
the brown
him-
goop to just have a nice time and ask the ship about her day.
The ship says, "My archive contains knowledge from 100,000 worlds. Would you like it?" And he says, "Yes, please."
Yes,
This
and
is
he's
a
like, I
nitpick.
want to learn, please. Please, Mavis Bacon.
This is a nitpick, but I hate that it says 100,000 worlds because it's a computer. She knows
Yeah.
exactly how many worlds she has the
Exactly
knowledge
how
of.
many
Unless
worlds.
she has literally 100,000, which congratulations, you
On the dot.
get the platinum trophy
Yeah,
for that.
coincidence.
She would either say approximately or over 100,000 worlds, or she would say a more exact number with more than one fucking significant digit.
But maybe it is
Significant
maybe it
figure,
is
sorry.
exactly.
That is a hell of a
maybe it
nitpick.
is exactly. Maybe it's exactly 100,000.
I just think it doesn't make any sense. And that also made me think of when Giga said, what if Justice League was about Brainiac instead of the people that it is about? And I already forgot their names, and I'm not going to remember it again. That would be cool. Brainiac, like, trying to get Earth knowledge and also destroy the Kryptonian ship because it has...
That would be cool.
Up-
Yeah.
We gotta talk
Approximately
about Bruce beating the
100,000
shit out of a
worlds.
tire with a sledgehammer.
Oh, yeah. So Bruce is getting fucking pumped. He's working his body and his brain. He's doing CrossFit. He's doing some Marjorie Taylor Greene workouts.
He's got
He's
a
going
big
fucking
tire.
wild.
Cheating on
He's
his
got
wife.
some big ropes. He's cheating on his wife?
Oh, he's developing technology. He's got fart gas. He's got a stinky spear. He's got.
He's pulling the big tire with the big rope.
There's a
he's
lot
using-
of tire-related exercise here.
They
He's
got a big set
interfacing with
piece.
technology. He's plugging in Lex's funny flash drive into the computer and seeing the logos that Lex drew for all of the different superheroes.
Yes.
And
Okay. Before we get into that, I do want to say that he is throughout his workout
could you
montage.
put some music under that, like some some like exercise video music or something.
Yes.
Let's get physical.
No, not like that. Like CrossFit shit. Like P90X shit.
I will Google CrossFit music. While in the middle of him getting ripped and shredded, we see him make some fart grenades and fart bullets.
He's doing science to the green rock.
And the stinky spear.
Yes, and
Yeah,
a
he makes a
spear.
stinky spear.
So just
Spear.
keep those in mind for later.
And then
so
also
yeah.
at the end of the montage, he screams as he drops his weights.
Yeah.
Ow!
He's
'Cause
not.
he's
not,
manly.
and also he's not getting spotted. It's very
These are too
dangerous
heavy.
and frankly immature. Very
an
unsafe.
asshole. I hate
Pretty
him.
Ben Affleck Batman
He's like
of him,
that.
honestly.
He's like the guy at the gym who's like always like, you're just trying to fucking do your cardio and shit. You're like on the fucking stair stepper or whatever, and there's that guy over in the other corner of the gym on the fucking like deadlifting and going.
Yeah, Bruce has been kicked out
Screaming
of
and
Planet
shitting.
Fitness.
Yeah.
Bruce set off the lunk alarm.
Can I tell you guys the story of me looking at Lex's metahuman folder stuff?
Please.
Yeah.
So, okay. So to transition to the next thing that Bruce is doing, Bratman is doing, he opens up...
More like Brapt Man, because he's farting.
He's farting! Brapt. It kind of looks like he hasn't opened this Lex Luthor folder before.
Which
'cause he's
is
just like,
madness.
he's like,
Insane.
which one should I look at today? Oh, I'll open the metahuman folder.
Yeah, should I open a bin or obj or config or metahuman
wait,
in all
what happens
caps?
if I type app data?
So he opens the metahuman folder and 4 little like files show up. So there is, each one has a little symbol. There
a
is
fun minimalist logo.
Yeah, because Lex is
So
also
the question
creative.
is Lex trying to put together some kind of Justice League?
Well,
he designed all their logos for them.
because he wants the movie to happen.
yeah, he wants the movie to happen. So there's two W's, like one on top of the other. Obviously, that's Wonder Woman.
That's for Whataburger.
There's a little lightning bolt, which is the Flash, obviously. There's a little up caret, so like an A without the line across it, which is A stands for Aquaman.
Well, it's also like, what is that letter? What is that Greek letter? It's the one that Spartans have on their shield.
Lambda.
That's the one.
Lambda's nuts.
Because Lambda, it's L for look at this guy.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah, for liquid.
It's L for apostrophe Lantis.
Yes. And then the last one is like a C with a little circle inside of it, and I sat there, I paused the movie, and I legitimately took about 30 actual seconds to remember who that last person was. I didn't remember until I saw the file name underneath was blah 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 _CY.
But that's even better than I did, because I didn't even like pay that close attention. And when he pulls up the video, I'm like, him.
Yeah. You said they should make a version of this movie where they take Cyborg out and it's just blank instead, and God
damn, it's damn
heard you and said, "I got you, fam." And
we'll call it Your Memory of the Snyder Cut.
You out, yeah.
So he clicks on the WW and opens up a picture of Diana Prince getting out of a taxi,
and she says, Squidward voice, "Oh no, she's hot."
He opens a surveillance video from a bank which shows Diana at an ATM, and it's just establishing that they have like facial recognition, which is just leading us to the third file that he opens, a picture taken in Belgium in 1918.
And he's like,
Wonder Woman,
is that Chris Pine?
That is Steve Trevor from Wonder Woman, yes.
Is that Chris Pine?
It is Chris Pine.
It's Chris Pine.
I'm not asking that.
Bruce Wayne says, "Is that Chris Pine?" And he says, "Oh, I get it. This is why you wanted this photo back, because it's got a picture of Chris Pine in it."
What a hunk!
But standing next to Chris Pine,
she's got her like Amazonian armor, and there's some soldiers, and one of them is Steve Trevor. And I was broken hearted at this moment, because the Wonder Woman theme plays, but not the ancient lamentation music.
But I mean, I was brokenhearted too. I'm really holding out hope. I'm holding out hope for when we see her, that we'll because I know she's in this movie.
When she shows up as Wonder Woman,
and not Diana Prince, that we'll hear it. But honestly, to me, Wonder Woman's theme is pretty good.
The part that isn't the ancient lamentation music. I mean, we talked about this. We like it. It's good.
I like it. It's good.
And Bruce says, "Wow, lady."
Well, he gets a boner, and so he goes to jack off for a little while.
No, I can't jack off. I've been training. I have a big match coming up.
Yeah.
So then we cut to
Lex. He just starts punching his boner.
Get back down in there. Get down. What did you say? What is that name? I'll brand you if I have to. Oh, it just hurts me.
So Lex is in the ship.
Do you think anyone watched this movie and liked Bruce Wayne Batman?
I can't imagine.
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, why would they? Why would they?
Yeah.
Justice League was we were watching and we were like, why is he in this?
Why is he? This guy sucks shit.
You know what this reminds me of?
Suicide Squad also.
You know what this reminds me of?
I
think just for a little bit.
Boo. I mean, is he in there more or less than Jared Leto?
I think more.
I don't think you can literally be in SAG and be in the movie less than Jared Leto was in that movie.
Howard was in the movie more than.
Genuinely, I think so.
As he should be. Lex drags Zod's corpse out of a body bag, and he puts it into the goop pool, which is referred to as the Genesis Chamber. Identifying body, General Zod of Kandor.
Still not calling it amniotic fluid.
No, it's never been called that. And also,
I think that was only in the Whedon version.
Yeah.
Really?
Did they call it that? Anyway, so then
they
the
specifically,
ship is like,
in the Whedon version, there was a scene where they're like, it's a pool of special amniotic fluid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then the ship is like, okay, this is Zod. Now what do you want to do? And Lex is
He
like,
gets scared.
I'm going to cut my hand and bleed on him. And the ship is like,
He makes,
that's not a good idea.
He makes like a knife cat face at his knife, and he kind of gets scared at his own knife. He's like, "Oh, what is this sharp object?"
He slices his palm. He starts crying, and he's like,
Dude, you don't have to cut it that deep."
Oh yeah, I mean everyone.
Could have cut
Everyone
your arm or
knows this is a famous thing. If you were like a character in a movie and you need to like get some blood to like open a blood door or something, don't cut your fucking palm.
Cut your
Literally cut
fingertip.
any other part of your body.
That's like the worst place that you could cut.
Yeah, like cut, like literally.
Because then your whole hand
like,
is useless.
Yeah, like
How do
cut
you
your
bandage your
fingertip or
palm,
something.
you shithead?
Does it need that much DNA, bitch? Anyway,
I had a cut on my palm. It's so fucking hard to get band-aids to stick to your palm.
yeah, because it's
Not that. That's why you always see those characters with like a bandage all the way around their hand.
You have to get gauze on it and stuff.
It doesn't fucking stick.
Anyway.
So then, then he cries and he says, "You flew too close to the sun." So maybe this will make more sense when we like
Probably not.
see
Probably
what
not.
Zod did, or like what
I mean,
Lex's observation of Zod was. But
maybe.
And
Zod
then-
and he's like, "Oh no, shit! Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. I always trust so easily."
yeah, he bleeds on the on Zod's face, and the ship says, "No, Lex, don't make an abomination. You're too sexy." Aha.
The way that it said this, I thought was so funny because I thought it was just fucking roasting Zod, because it was like, this action is forbidden. The Council of Krypton has decreed that none may ever again birth a deformity so hateful to sight and memory as the desecration without name. And I was like, damn, go off.
Bitch.
But I think the desecration without name is referring to Doomsday?
It is referring to Doomsday. It is referring to Doomsday.
So it was basically saying, don't do a Doomsday.
Yeah,
are we
please don't make
supposed to
Doomsday
know?
again.
Are we supposed to know what's happening?
No.
Okay, because I didn't. So.
No.
Good.
Yeah. I only know it because I know what happens in this movie.
And
Yeah.
and she says, the council forbids it, and he's like, oh yeah, and where's the council now? And she's like, dead. And he's like,
dead.
yeah, that's what I
Epically owned with facts and logic. She saw that he had Reddit gold. Oh, I cut out. She saw that he had Reddit gold, and she was like, "Oh fuck!" So we're at the deadly planet.
The deadly planet, and
The Daily Planet.
that someone is saying, why'd Superman leave? Was it because he liked the bomb?
Yeah, I think Superman left because he liked the bomb, and
Yeah.
isn't
The few
there
survivors who were in the room
So-
with him said that he made Magusta face when he saw the bomb.
I can't. There was no survivors in the
You
room.
really
with him.
can't argue with the fact that he clapped his hands together and said, "All done," after everyone exploded.
Some witnesses say that Wonder Woman ran in there and clanged her bracers together.
Witnesses
And
say
we
that
all
they
know what
overheard
that
him
does.
say, "Mommy Martha, I made all gone."
So
Wait, does Wonder Woman say that? Is her mom also named Martha?
Yes, everyone's name is Martha.
Yeah, Hippolyta is short for Martha.
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 Lyta.
So now,
So I just want to bring up. It's something that we've been bringing up this entire episode. It's like
my blood pressure.
I don't think we've discussed this factor of it. Why do people not like Superman?
Because
they're SJWs. I don't
So-
know.
So like
Maybe
people
we'll
are
find
like,
out when we watch Man of Steel.
well,
what we've
it's
seen-
supposed to
what
be
we've
because
seen-
his presence on Earth invites danger and extraterrestrial threats, right?
So the issue that they're taking with him is that he's doing too much, you would say. So wouldn't it be good that he kind of noped out of there?
Well,
That
it's
he's
fine
not-
that he left, but they do think that it means that he liked that
He
it
liked
happened.
the bomb.
Yeah, because he's
Isn't
like,
that kind of
okay,
irresponsible reporting?
I'll help these 3 survivors out of the building, and then the rest, just let them cook a little bit.
Yeah, just get him crispy.
Story
Yeah.
gets clicks though.
I mean, she doesn't. They don't publish that story at the Daily Planet. I think they're just talking.
Do you think that Superman triaged who he wanted to save first based on how long he thought that he's like, I'm sorry, you've got cancer. I'm gonna.
It's it's based on the angle at which they were sat in the courtroom. So the people that could see that he made the Megusta face, he did not save.
No one in that courtroom survived. I'm not sure what those people that survived were in the hall. I'm thinking.
Well,
because the entire wing exploded. I don't think.
Oh yeah, it was an inferno.
For the purpose of my joke, just imagine.
Yeah. Anyway,
Lawrence Fishburne asks Lois if Clark is still gone. Weird coincidence. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, yeah, it's still gone. And so we cut to a little montage of people watching the TV after
Dana
Lois
Bash,
looks up
who,
at
by the way, is also not a Vicky Vale situation.
Yeah. So people are looking up at the TV and they're like, oh, Superman, and then we're going to talk about something here that really sucks in the movie, and I was the movie, but also something that I think is like especially insensitive for this movie, even for this movie, and that's when a black family is watching TV and sees people running around and lynching a Superman effigy and setting it on fire.
That's right, we see a bunch of Antifa thugs burning a Superman effigy.
And then, so like a black kid is watching the TV and he turns around to his mom and has like a scared look on his face. And I'm like, you don't get to do this.
Nope, you don't.
You don't. It made me really mad. Like,
that's fucked up. I hadn't even thought of that.
It's clearly what he's trying to do, and it just pisses me off. Like, because
they don't go into that in any other part of the movie.
No,
so why
and it's not even like a parallel. Like,
no, I mean, well, that's the thing is he is simultaneously he's an illegal alien. He's an oppressed people. Like they talk about the Superman question like he's the Jews. He's also the Nazis with the swastika. Like, there is no coherent, like, analogy here. No, he's just whatever.
I think that, like, X-Men does a pretty good job of sidestepping a lot of that, because it's not, like just as another example of a comics property where metahumans are depicted as an oppressed people.
Right.
Or like, an ostracized people. Because, like, you can't make that comparison. It's kind of like the Zootopia problem, where it's like, you can't make this a racial comparison because black people don't eat white people! Like...
It's also, the Zootopia thing is also because both sides, like, discriminate against each other, like, seemingly equally. So it's, like, extra stupid. Anyway.
Yeah, but not as stupid as this. Like, this
it just is like you can't make comparisons like this if it's like shallow.
Like, not all hate is the same, Zach.
Right.
People are hated for different reasons and differently, and you can't like compare Superman's public image being ruined, Superman being canceled on TV, to fucking black people being lynched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's sort of the Detroit Become Human of movies.
It's worse than Detroit. This made me so fucking mad.
Detroit Become Human.
It's the opposite of Detroit Become Human. No, not opposite. No, it's just worse.
I was gonna say. Sorry.
I don't mean opposite. It's kind of the same thing, but it's like, this is so much more, like, even Detroit Become Human didn't cross that line, right? You don't see people lynching their androids.
Don't we? They put them in a fucking concentration camp.
They do put them in a concentration camp. But
we are also talking about the movie that called Wall-E's defamation of defacing of the Superman statue as a hate crime.
Yeah,
so
that's true. I forgot about that one.
The sensitivity levels are kind of.
Should we progress?
Lois goes to Wall-E's evidence dungeon. Wally's got an evidence dungeon.
We gotta go to Icetown first.
Oh yeah, real quick. Clark is hiking in the snow.
Is that no, this is after.
No. This is first.
After.
It's just a 10-second thing, and then then to Lois. So Clark's hiking on a mountain, and there are some locals at the mountain, and they're chatting about something or other.
He's in the Andes. They're speaking Spanish, so I have to assume that he's in the Andes or something. Anyway.
Their formal name is the Andrews. So this scene really confused me because I thought I knew what was happening and then I didn't, because he approaches and one of the guys says to him, for $20, he didn't see your face and neither did I. Like, another $20 for me and neither did I. Which I thought meant like, oh, they recognize that this is Superman trying to escape his Superman reputation, so they're gonna hide, we didn't
I love
see
the
nothing,
idea of
Spidey,
trying to
put your mask
blackmail
back on.
Superman.
This
Yeah,
doesn't make
right?
any sense.
Give us $20 or we're gonna draw a pair of glasses onto your picture and everybody's gonna know.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't say anything, he just keeps walking. And the one guy says to the other, he knows this mountain's not passable. He's come here to die.
So they don't know he's Superman.
So they don't know he's Superman.
So what's happening?
They're like, oh, this is where guys go to like cheat on their wives. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
This
is
was,
the Secrets Mountain.
This scene was very important to me in my life
Oh.
because I had a real eye-opening moment here, because I got to the end of this scene and I had to Google, because I was like, what the fuck was the point of this? Who was that guy?
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned that all this time I've spent making fun of the idea that Clark puts on a pair of glasses, you don't recognize him. I, honest to God, didn't realize that was Henry Cavill wearing a hat.
Oh. Oh my god.
I had no fucking clue who that person was.
So it made even less sense to you.
Yeah, I was like, there's some guy, and he's in the snow. Like, what is this?
So
It just covers the top of his hair. It doesn't like go over
I could
his
never
ears.
make fun of the glasses thing again. He put on a hat, and I forgot who he was.
I thought you were going to
wait.
reveal that like one of the local guys was like Danny Trujillo
Yeah.
or something. Like, no.
So Sam, do you have prosopagnosia? Do you have face blindness?
I will say, I think that when it comes to recognizing a person's face, I start with their hair.
I will say he's not terribly recognizable in this scene. But moving
His whole
on,
face
actually,
is showing though.
someone
I'm sorry,
else should
I'm like
take
laughing
this.
with you, Sam. I'm not
Yeah.
laughing at you.
No,
Oh no, I
it's
shared
fine.
this because it's
funny.
it's funny.
Oh my god.
But does someone else want to take this next scene? Because I'm going to be talking a lot when we get back to the end.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So Lois, with her infinite connections, has figured out how to is in Wally Keefe's apartment.
It's
His
a shame that
evidence.
she's not going to get to write about this.
And it's an evidence
right?
dungeon.
She didn't bring her pen, so she
Yeah.
couldn't- yeah.
It's an
And
evidence
so-
dungeon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he really like devoted his life to making a bunch of evidence
yeah.
for his future hate crimes. So they're like I think the
He's
news
not getting
is
his
playing...
security deposit back.
Oh hell no!
Well,
he's not.
I mean, now he's dead, so
In heaven.
Right, and the landlord's going to be like, I technically don't have to give it back. So the news is playing on the TV, I think, in his apartment or maybe just outside. But we're hearing the news reporters talk about how investigators are still not sure if maybe he was working with Superman or not. And they're actually like guessing that he probably was working with Superman, that because
yeah, wait till
Superman
they
has
look in
been
his
gone.
apartment and find all of the spray paint on the
His-
walls that says "I hate Superman" and
Yeah,
I will
he
kill him.
committed
fucking
a hate
apartment
crime.
is full of little hanging paper things that look like Superman cutouts.
I
that
could
he's
not
like
tell what those were at all.
sprayed and
Yeah,
shit.
those were little, like,
He's-
Superman silhouettes.
He's drawn the Superman symbol with a big X through it in red marker or red spray paint again, and like he also still has all of his fucking bomb shit.
Well,
you know what else was on his wall?
In my opinion, it was a false flag. It was a false flag to make
know what else was on his
to
wall,
make
though?
it look like. Yeah.
Because we were talking
else?
about the SJW Antifa thugs. Mm-hmm. There's a fucking anarchy symbol on his wall.
Oh my god.
Zach, stop.
I don't think Zach was in charge of that. I think it was a
No,
set
he
designer.
personally spray painted that on the wall.
Oh. Yeah, you can see it in the behind the scenes.
I
footage.
watched him do it. I
Yeah.
begged him not to.
It's in the extended cut. So Lois is walking through the apartment and she sees an orange.
I love this moment where the cop's
really,
you gotta go, Lois, and she's like, wait, this orange.
An orange.
I need some vitamin C.
I thought that was so fucking funny.
Even when it makes sense, it's still very funny.
Yes. So she's like, wait, an orange.
Oranges don't go bad particularly quickly. An orange can be
an apple.
Oh,
and then she follows the fruit breadcrumbs to the fridge, and she opens the fridge.
Follow your nose, Lois.
She follows a trail of grapes.
Yeah, and it's full of groceries.
There's milk in there.
I love that the way that they. I mean, this is a guy who is like unhinged and like barely keeping it together. But you got to give him one thing: his fridge is fucking stocked. I've never had a fridge as stocked.
It would be very funny if she like went to his apartment and he had like the pot was still on the stove. There was like a half-made sandwich.
It's also like he gets his 5 servings a day.
Yeah.
And then some.
Like, where is he getting the money?
Where
is he getting the money if he's rejecting all the Wayne money?
You ever like have your whole family walk out of you?
Get out of me!
I mean,
like a fade out of Zeus's head.
Well, so like a widow, yes. A widow has had their entire family walk out of them.
Walk out of them. But like, you ever like fall into a terrible, desperate pit of depression and also make sure that you have all the cold cuts you like and 2 different kinds of fresh fruit in the apartment. And he so she's like, this is a important clue to her because she's like, he didn't know he was gonna die. He just bought groceries.
He thought that he was going to get through that turkey and roast chicken.
The officer's like, yeah, we know.
Right.
Like, yeah, we checked.
They're like, people sometimes make rash decisions after they've bought groceries. It's a well-known symptom of buying groceries, okay?
What am I going to do with all these cold cuts?
Like, the thing is that, like, her behavior here is defined by TV portrayals of FBI profiling, which is, to put it lightly, dog shit. And does not, like, is terrible at, basically made completely to frame people for crimes they didn't commit. Anyway.
Yeah. Also, it follows the classic trope of profilers and stuff where literally no one has looked at or thought about anything until she came along.
No one has critical thinking except for the detective. And I mean, I guess in some cases it's like you don't mess with stuff. But like if I'm watching Columbo, the people on the scene usually have an idea of what happened before the detective shows up.
Yeah.
You know,
like Sherlock notices that there are 2 broken glasses and it then has to like fish the bottom of one glass out from under the fridge because he can visually look at a pile of broken glass and know that it's enough for 2 glasses. But like the detective still knew that there were broken cups.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take away from Lois's achievements or say that like, oh, I don't think that Lois should be so good at investigating. I just think it's very funny that this is a movie featuring the character
greatest
who is
detective
often
in the
referred
world.
to as the world's greatest detective, and she's doing this, and meanwhile he's like,
Superman was in the
again.
middle.
He's not like in this.
the boat. Oh, it's a boat.
In this movie, in the Snyderverse, he's not a detective. He's a
meathead.
He's a bruiser. Yeah, he goes and beats people up that he doesn't like, and he's rich, and so he gets away with it. And
it doesn't really make sense with him having a giant high-tech crime lab in that sense.
He doesn't use it.
So
then now
we
we're
go to
we're not in the Andes yet. We're not in the
we're
Andes
at the crime
yet
lab. The crime lab.
Because she calls.
Lois gets a call from.
Lois calls her or gets a call from her best friend Jeanette Clyburn.
Yes, we learned that this is a character.
It's not really. She's not really. She's like
in comics though, right?
But the picture of her on Comic Vine and stuff is like from Golden Age comics. Like she's not like. Whatever.
Not like
I
a
still
long
like,
running
though-
character, but
It's a name.
I
it's
still
a
like
name
when they have like side characters
yeah,
that they give it.
she's a character. Yeah, I like that
It's like
when
they
they
dug
use
her out of the archives.
Yeah, when they used. I'm not saying that
when they
this is a
shot
bad
Jimmy
thing.
Olsen in the head, and there was
But
no
like
reason
that
for her to be
they-
in this movie.
Yeah, they drugged up Jeanette Clyburn, and that's who this is. And so. She puts it together. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's LexCorp. The wheelchair is made by LexCorp. This is when we reveal that the wheelchair was lined with lead and made with a special ally, only made with LexCorp because it's also made with the ally that made the bullet. Not the
I
ally.
thought this was-
the alloy.
Yeah, I'm a special ally.
You're a special.
Yes,
you're a
Sam,
very
yes,
special
you are.
ally, Sam.
We treasure you. I liked the way that this was written though, because she's like, yeah, it was weird. Like, we can tell that LexCorp made it because the wheelchair and the bullet are made out of the same material. But it's weird that Lex went to all that trouble, but then dampened the explosion. And Lois is like, what are you talking about? And she's
Yeah.
like, the wheelchair was like lined with lead. And I love that because it's like, some people don't know.
Yeah,
that
like she
Superman-
wouldn't know.
yeah,
She
yeah.
wouldn't put
You
it
know?
immediately together that Superman can see. Yeah, I like again, bad, stupid movie. I really like how this one part of it comes together.
Right. It's like I don't think that this plot is good or makes sense, but I do
Right.
think that the way that character expressed that thought does make sense for
Like,
her.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
a scheme. I like a scheme, and I like a mystery. And I think that the core mystery, that there isn't really a mystery to anybody but the characters in the movie. In this movie, it is pretty good. Like, it's presented in a pretty good way. Like, it kind of comes to the pacing of how Lex's big scheme, Lex's web of lies,
Yeah.
comes together. It is like genuinely satisfying, and I'm kind of like, oh,
Well,
so
yeah.
so
I
like
don't
these
think
things,
I go that
it's all like, oh, I took these things for granted, and he was
like-
actually behind it. He's the deep state.
Yeah, and like the groceries clue wouldn't be interesting if it didn't also have the lead lined wheelchair clue, and vice versa. Like,
So
yeah.
we cut.
There's a lot of pieces, and it's interesting.
Yeah, we cut back to Clark, and I'm going to take this scene and
Please.
make Sam very mad.
Can I say my first reaction to this? I did feel
Yeah.
a little like unnecessarily cynical because I
Yeah.
saw who it was, and I was like, he couldn't be up here. And then I immediately was like, oh,
But
yeah,
but
of course.
Kevin Costner can't climb mountains.
So Kevin Costner, he goes to the top of the mountain and he sees, oh, there's a guy up there building a cairn, and he's not dressed for this altitude. So he walks up, and it's Kevin Costner, who is Pa Kent.
You misspoke a little bit. Henry Cavill climbs up
Oh,
the mountain and sees
so-
Kevin Costner. You said that Kevin Costner climbs up and sees himself.
Oh,
which-
no, sorry, I cut myself off. Yeah, I was cutting
I
myself
see, yes.
off because I was saying Kevin Costner's on top of a mountain, and I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't describe the scene at all. Anyway, so so Henry Cavill climbs up the mountain, Clark Kent for the layman, and sees
For me.
sees Kevin Costner, Pa Kent for the layman, and he's like, "Huh, that's weird." And so he goes over and talks to him.
Wait,
Um,
Can I tell a joke really quickly?
yeah, sure.
hey Clark, I love your mountain. Thanks. It has pockets. Do you get it? Do you get it?
I do.
Because
So-
it sounds like pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really take a notes on what Pa Kent's monologue was here because I was
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
god. I have.
I said
Can
in my
I
mind.
read the monologue then?
what-
If you don't have
okay,
it?
I will. Yeah, I'll let you read the monologue before I get
Yes,
into my thing.
please.
He says, wow, hills, LOL.
But yeah, I literally wrote in my notes. Sam will probably take notes on it.
True.
Go on.
Oh, you want me to read it now?
Yeah, because you'll be too angry to read it once I do my thing.
Okay. So Pa Kent talks about Kansas, and he's like, you know, son, one time on the farm, the water was gonna do a big flood. So me and your grandpa, I was like 12 years old. We were up all night with our shovels outside digging a big trench, and I tell you what, we saved that farm, and your grandma baked me a cake, and she said I was a hero. Later that day, we found out we blocked the water all right. We sent it upstream. The whole Lang farm washed away. While I ate my hero cake, their horses were drowning.
Yes.
Just a quick shout out to the Lang family from the broader
so cool.
Superman
yeah,
canon.
sorry you fucked up the Lang family, Dad, but what does this have to do with my situation?
This is that more Jimmy Olsen shit, just bringing the Langs in to just screw them over.
Are you saying that by stopping problems now that Superman is backing up the current of problems that is constantly building up? And
Never try. It's a waste.
I think what it's supposed to say, like, you can never be fully good.
Yeah, but, like, Superman
or maybe
people...
he's saying, I killed their fucking horses, good job me, I'm eating my cake.
I'm just not sure what he's getting at here. Like, yes, like, sometimes when you help someone, it fucks over someone else, and that's bad.
Now,
like,
you're saying what he's getting at. This is Superman's imagination, presumably.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
So here I go. He gets to the top of the mountain, and he sees Pa Kent, and you, as a viewer, know that Pa Kent died in the last movie, and so there's no way he could be up there. And so if you're a fool, an idiot,
don't you fucking dare.
You might think that
Sorry, Balto already hates this theory.
You might think that Pa Kent is just a figment of Clark's imagination, that he is seeing his father here as a metaphor, or
yeah, go off, Balto.
But
I don't know why he's barking. I'm sorry.
Symbolism is fucking stupid and for cowards, and so I posit the theory that it is not Pa Kent in Superman's brain. It's the Martian Manhunter.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I find that way, way, way more believable than your theory that Martian Manhunter has always been Martha.
And here's the catch.
Because this is basically the same thing that Martian Manhunter does in the next movie.
So, here's the thing. I'm abandoning the theory of Martha Manhunter.
Thank you.
And Pa Kent was always Martian Manhunter.
But then when did he become introduced to... When did he meet Martha?
No, I'm kidding. No, the Martha theory is much stronger. But I do think I do think that Martian Manhunter did go to the top of the Andes to coach Superman here in this situation, and I do think that makes a lot of sense. And it would make sense that why Superman looks back and Pa Kent isn't there anymore, because Martian Manhunter can turn invisible.
Can he?
And can fly.
What a fucking badass.
He has a lot of powers.
God, I wish he got to be in these movies.
He either turned invisible or turned intangible and just kind of went into the ground.
Yeah, he does that.
Clark looks away, and we just see in the background Martian Manhunter just does like a really fast spin and drills into the ground.
Pa Kent is quickly clipping into the earth. He's like no clipping into the earth. Okay, so
isn't that what death is?
So, I mean, the other thing that Pa Kent talks about, because he's like, the horse's screams gave me nightmares, and I only ever stopped having them when I met your mother, because she's amazing.
Mother.
Yeah.
What if she's so amazing? Yeah. Because, like, she can phase shift. Like,
I was having all those nightmares, but when I met your mother, she cheered me up with her cool trick where she could phase shift, she could transform.
She took two fingers and looped them together and then put them behind her head, and when they came out, they were apart.
And then Clark hears that and he's like, my God, he must be
Martian.
He must be talking about Martian Manhunter. Only Martian Manhunter can do that.
and then Pa Kent starts sweating.
Right?
Who? Anyway.
So that's that.
I'm getting sweaty.
What if Martian Manhunter was a single parent of Clark?
I think that's going to be harder to... Because I like to have my theory be hard for Sam to disprove. And that's going to be harder to disprove when... In the movie before this... When
we see both of them in
the same shot.
Or when we see both of them not in the same shot.
God damn it. So Bruce goes to the ruins of Wayne Manor, and Alfred is there, and he says, "You can't beat Superman." And he says,
Alfred's being such a negative Nancy here.
Well,
like he's always trying to rain on Batman's parade. I wish for one to be, because like this Batman is a dog shit Batman, and the reason that Alfred's temperance usually works is because we know that Batman is doing what needs to be done, and Alfred is just kind of a counterpart to that.
Batman.
This Batman just does shit, and so
this is where Bruce is he's like, Alfred, I'm older now than my dad was when he died, and this might be my only chance to do something that really matters. And he's like, but what about all the criminals you've murdered over the past 20 years for fun? And Bruce says, nah, that was just for me.
What about that man you saved from the rubble during the Superman incident in Metropolis? Oh, whoopsie.
Also,
do you think that factors into his brain at all? That he saved Wally, and Wally went on to blow up half of the Capitol?
No. What are you saying? He shouldn't have saved?
Oh, yeah,
Wally?
right.
What are you saying? Bruce Wayne is capable of processing information?
He doesn't. He doesn't remember who Wally is. He just remembers that time when he got pulled into the police car,
That's the leg guy.
Yeah. Oh.
He remembers that time he was told to give someone a nickname and he declined.
Yeah.
So Bruce is like, no, this is my legacy. And then
The whole point of the age that his parents died was that they died young. They died tragically young. So him being older than his dad ever was, kind of not a flex.
Well, I think what he's saying
House
is,
of Wayne.
I think what he's saying is my dad was such a good boy, and he died younger than I am, and I'm older and I haven't done anything good besides a lot of murder for no reason. Mm-hmm. And then Bruce goes outside, and Alfred says, "And so falls the House of Wayne."
He says, "I'm never gonna get granted
And so falls the fountains of Wayne.
We then go to Martha's restaurant where she's watching Nancy Grace screaming about Superman.
Yeah.
She goes to take the trash out, and she gets grabbed by some guys in a van.
Mm-hmm.
Stacy's mom has got, you know that song? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fountains of Wayne. So, Sam, we've just seen Martha Wayne.
Nope.
Martha Kent get kidnapped.
Yes.
And I know what you're thinking.
Batman doesn't look bad enough.
Yes. So, we're moving on.
Batman puts on his big boy outdoor snowsuit to go sledding.
He gets into his fucking what are those otter the fucking phone cases?
An OtterBox.
His
yeah,
OtterBox,
he gets into his OtterBox. And
He is wearing a fucking phone case.
He's he gets into his Razer. He gets into his Rat 9 gaming mouse, and
he is just wearing a huge thing of armor, and he looks so doofy.
Men will build a fucking
kryptonite spear.
Men will build a fucking super suit instead of going to therapy.
Yeah.
He goes to the roof of, I guess, the Gotham police station because the bat signal is there.
But it's in ruins.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Maybe they'll
fix it up at the end of this movie, like in Batman
Maybe
Begins.
they moved the bat signal away from the police station when he started killing people every day.
Like, ooh, I don't know.
Even for us, this is bad.
Put it by the
Right.
graveyard. Oh.
Yeah. And
so
he turns on the bat signal, and then
turns
Lex
on the bat
Luthor,
signal.
who is on his own helipad, says, "The night is here."
And so I know what
Now-
you're thinking, viewer. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, he said the night is here, like the Dark Knight. Wrong!
Mm-hmm.
Because the subtitles tell us he says the night, without the K, is here.
Tonight is the night. But do you think the subtitles are wrong, or do you think he's really
think
just
he's
saying
being-
tonight's
I
the
think-
night?
I think
I
he's
think the
being
movie is wrong.
I think he's being cheeky. I think he's doing a double entendre, and the.
I mean, we know that Zack Snyder was into
Well,
it.
I think that the subtitles should have put a parenthetical K.
Yes, I think so too.
In brackets, making a pun. So Lois
Hi, I'm
takes,
Gigalithic, aka parenthetical K.
Lois takes the escalator downstairs in her hotel or wherever the fuck that is, and she sees KG Beast waxing the floor, and she goes up to him and she's like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And then she gets grabbed, and now she's in a van.
Yay!
And she gets brought to Lex's helipad.
Yay!
And Lex says some annoying shit.
So playing low in the morning, low in slacks.
I
thought
didn't
that
get
was-
either of those.
Well, he says plain low in the morning, Lola in the slacks.
Lola.
no
which I-
idea what either of
Which
those
I
mean.
feel like his way of saying in the sheets without while still being cheeky respectful.
No, he's doing
No?
a thing
Okay.
where he
Then I don't know.
references something that only he knows, and he thinks that other people will get it and they don't, because that's something I
Wow.
do. and I have autism.
Being quite a berrycorn there, but okay.
Anyway,
I guess it's that Sweet
yeah,
Love is
exactly.
copyrighted.
I here again, I just said, like, played Low in the Morning, Lolo and Sex, what the fuck are you on about? And then I wrote, I don't want to transcribe this, Sam can do it.
I sure can, and I did. So he says,
Oh, God. Do we have to?
You want to know how I got this tower? He says it's made of special lightweight metals. You know all about LexCorp metals, right? And she says, you're psychotic. And he says, a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds. And I could see the Joker Facebook post materializing in front of me when he said it. And then what is he? Oh, he says, and this is a direct quote, and I'm so sorry, but this is exactly what he says and exactly how he says it. He goes, next category, circles. Round and round they go to find Superman. No, wrong category, boy. Triangles. Yes, Euclid's triangle inequality. The shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight path, and the straightest path to Superman is a pretty little road called Lois Lane. And he sniffed her hair.
And so what I wrote at this point is he's just saying shit.
He's just saying
saying
shit,
some
and then he
fuck
pushes
shit.
her off the roof.
Yeah, he pushed her off the roof, and lo and
And
behold,
what does Lois say?
Lo and behold.
She says,
my wife!
she scream.
She screamed, and
But then Superman
and
catches her almost immediately.
Superman, and I'm glad. So this is a touch that I like. He doesn't like catch her out of like. He doesn't like T-bone her because that would kill someone.
No, right? He like pops up in front of her.
Yeah, he does a
And
scary
says,
thing, but
"Nothing personnel,
he
kid."
does slow her. He does ease to a stop, and I appreciate that. He doesn't make that consideration in Justice League when they're hugging, and he just kind of.
Sonic booms her neck broken. Yeah.
Yeah. So he.
I wrote in my
but, you know,
notes, not to be like, how, but
But
he
no,
was on a mountain.
But also,
him fast.
well, no, we learned that he came back. We
He
learned that
heard
he came
the
back.
scream and he changed into his costume.
Martian Manhunter. No, because we learned that Martian Manhunter convinced him to come back.
We don't know that.
Yeah,
He
we
was
do learn
sniffing and smelling her. That's why Lex sniffed her hair.
he
is
says
because,
he came back. He's saying he came back.
Right, but
When?
how did he know where she was is the question. And
She
the answer is
screamed.
because Lex sniffed her hair to establish that she has a beautiful, unique smell that Superman loves to smell with his super nose.
No, see, I was
Like
thinking.
when he came back
I
to
was
life
thinking that
and
it was
smelled her
because
hair.
she screamed very loud. But yours is probably right. Anyway, I think the other question is, why didn't he save her when she was getting kidnapped?
He wasn't back yet.
Oh, okay.
He was enjoying the mountain.
Yeah, see, that makes sense, because otherwise he would have saved, he would save Martha.
Yeah, so then Lex and Superman have a conversation, have a bit of a face-off at the helipad after Superman
Lex has an egg
saves
timer
Lex.
now for some reason. I guess he pulled it out of his ass.
Yes, he does. And Superman frowns with his eyebrows, and Lex frowns with his mouth.
So,
And that's all you really need to know about that conversation.
Yeah, he goes off in a cool atheist rant. He's like,
You wish
oh,
I didn't
gods,
write it all down.
Gods,
I know, right?
gods are bad. Gods, I don't like them. And so we learn, before Sam gets into all this, I just want to, dear viewer, I took a good while. I paused the video and I'm like, so he's establishing motive here. We're going to learn why he does all this. And so I've wrote my findings down. So Lex goes off on his cool atheist rant about how God didn't save him from being abused as a child, and that's why he doesn't like Superman, because Superman didn't save him from being abused, even though Superman only started existing like a year or two ago. And
He
so
says,
the paradigm's
he
completely
says if
different.
God is all-powerful, he can't be all good, and if God is all good, he can't be all-powerful, and you are all-powerful, so you can't be all good.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, I think this
but he's
this
not
does,
all powerful, is the thing.
I think that the thing that tracks for me in this conversation or in this monologue is that Lex is saying, he's saying like being abused by my father led me to believe that God either doesn't care or isn't real.
Which,
But like that
fine.
also translates into, like I was abused by an authority figure, so I don't trust authority figures, and you are the biggest fucking authority figure on the planet. And you're like supposed to be the all-powerful taking care of everyone, but I already know what happens, like what guys who are supposed to be super powerful and take care of everyone do, and it's they hit me.
That's
But
something
see,
that bothers
and
me,
that's
though, is
weird
like
because
all
it's-
of this is
it
predicated
doesn't-
on the idea that Superman is a god.
Yeah, and he's
And
not.
He's
just
not
a very
god, and
powerful
also
man.
there's like 2 points over the course of this movie where someone will refer to him in some way as a god, and I just don't buy it. I just don't think that people think of him as a god.
No, I don't think of the
Yeah,
two
me neither.
guys. I don't think of the two guys who turn the keys and launch the nuclear missiles and are capable of destroying the entire world as gods. Like,
Right.
just because someone is very powerful doesn't make them a god.
Yeah,
And-
so the
He
whole
is. I mean, he is low-key indestructible, but yeah, I think Lex's monologue is kind
I
of
think-
weirdly crafted and terribly delivered because I don't like the voice that Jesse Eisenberg does
But
for
I
Lex.
think
It's so
it's
annoying.
cogent.
But-
It comes to a cogent point, and that's
Right.
that it's like that being powerful makes you an authority figure, and authority figure and power corrupts people. Absolutely, like
Right.
absolute power corrupts absolutely is basically what he could have said.
Mm-hmm.
And that like no one should be able to have
no
that
one
power,
man should have
and if
all
they,
that power.
And if they have that power,
Clock's
they
ticking.
should
I just count the egg
count
timer.
the hours. He shouldn't be able to use it.
And he also takes this monologue as an opportunity to drop the fact that he knows Superman's real full name, Clark Joseph Kent, and then he calls him Clark Joe, which for some reason really confused me because I was like, but Clark's his last name. Wait, no, what the fuck?
Men will literally establish a convoluted plot to frame Superman for blowing up the Capitol and kidnapping his mom to make him fight Batman instead of go to therapy.
So yeah, he says like, you have to fight Batman because I want this movie to be called Batman v Superman, and if you don't, your lady's in trouble. And Superman's like,
hey,
Lois is safely on the ground.
hey, Sam, or Val, and Sam and Val.
Sam.
Hi.
Who's every boy's special lady?
Martha
What
Wayne.
was-
Kent.
Why, it's that big, wonderful lady we call Mom.
It's Mother's Day, everybody. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Happy
Day,
Mother's
everyone.
Day. Time.is says a mother is the first. I don't know.
I
don't
says
write
every
the
boy's
quotes.
special lady is his mother.
A mother
And
is a wish from God.
So
Okay, he
so
does
Lex-
also say something that I liked that was in it, but I still don't like Jesse Eisenberg's voice for Lex Luthor, where he says, "Of course, it's your mother, Martha, Martha, Martha,"
Martha. Yeah.
which
I'm
is
glad-
a Brady
no,
Bunch
it's
reference.
Brady Bunch. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Marsha,
get
Marsha, Marsha.
It's again, like he makes references all the time, like the things that people won't
that.
get.
I just don't think
I
that we
got
can
it.
have Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, and Jared Leto Joker in the same franchise.
They're
They both
incompatible.
are doing the same voice,
the
and it's
same
bad.
thing.
It's
If
agony.
either of them had, well, no, both of them, if they had talked with their real voice, I think it would have made, like, it would have been more powerful. It would have made more sense.
I mean, I think Jesse Eisenberg is pretty insufferable as an actor.
Maybe I haven't seen Jesse Eisenberg in other stuff, so I don't actually know what his voice sounds like, but he really sounds like he's doing a fucking Joker voice. And it's like,
he's doing a Joker voice for
you're
sure.
being annoying,
Yeah.
dude. You're being
I
annoying.
just don't think he's a good actor in general.
So he tells Clark, like, it was so easy to push Bruce Wayne over the edge. Anyway, go fight him, and you're
It
gonna
was
fight
so
for Martha.
easy. It was comically easy, Lex.
Comically easy.
Yeah.
He has a brain the size of a pea, and then Lex
and nipples the
pulls
sizes
out
of pepperonis.
a
he could
wad
have
of
just written.
Polaroids of Martha being like tortured and having like
it's so bad. It's like snuff film shit.
she's
It's
like got the word
gross.
like witch written on her forehead, which is
The mother of a demon must be a witch.
and she's like gagged, and this makes Clark kneel down in despair, and then
he's
so
making
Lex-
it rain on him. By
Lex
the way,
makes
he's
it
flicking all the
rain.
Polaroids at him.
Lex makes it rain torture Polaroids of his mom.
Yes. But I also I really have to quickly go back to the thing of Lex being like, it was really super easy to get Batman to want to fight you. Because I feel like you could just write, like, Superman bad on the outside of, like, one of Bruce Wayne's windows. And he would
yeah.
see it and read it and just be like, oh.
you know,
And, like,
Superman
start
thinks
seeing
that you
red.
shouldn't be Batman, and he's like, I'll fucking kill him.
I fucking kill him. Where is she?
I want to give one positive mention.
You're gonna hand one it.
I will hand one it to
We might
Jesse
same slap for
Eisenberg,
this.
Lex Luthor. There was one single solitary moment here that I mildly enjoyed, which is when Clark's eyes glow red and he screams, "Where is she?" And the way that Lex is like, "I don't know."
Yeah,
slap.
I thought that
same
was
slap.
I thought that was kind of funny.
I thought that
wrote
was
that,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
He-
He's like,
'cause
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because he is
yeah,
he is scared, but he's like, he's
He's
also
mostly just
like,
like matching the energy.
yeah.
And yeah, I wouldn't let
It
them
kind
tell
of,
me.
it kind of sells how deranged he is. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty alright. And
'cause
yeah, the
he's
fact
like-
that he's like, I specifically told them, do not tell me under any circumstances. So the only way that Martha gets out of this alive
yeah,
is
I
if
like how
you
he
bring
says
me
that.
Batman's
I don't.
head.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, he doesn't know. He like genuinely just
Yeah.
doesn't. And,
Yeah, and he's
and,
he's like very it's you know what it is? It's like he was just waiting for him to ask where is she? And he was so excited to be able to genuinely tell him, I have no fucking clue.
yeah,
And I thought that was
yeah.
pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah, and he's like, "We're yelling now, woohoo!"
I like that. I like that Superman's eyes. You can see them glowing through his eyelids when he closes his eyes.
Gross.
I think that's pretty good.
It's realistic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
from
don't
all
know
the
what
laser eyes I've
realistic
seen.
is for for laser eyes.
So Clark's eyes stop glowing, and Lex starts like rubbing his head, and he's like, "God is bending to my will, haha!"
Woo!
And then he says,
He does a funny little
The world
dance.
needs to see the holes in the holy.
"Yeah,
He's just being Ledger Joker.
yeah." He gets on the helicopter that is back here, and he shows him the egg timer, and he says, "Oh, look at the time! You had an hour when you got here, but now you have less than an hour. Bye."
It would be so good if he just did one of those little tomato timers. I think that'd be cute.
Like he just turned it upside down.
No. Like, you know those little tomato timers that you can, like, twist to the
Oh,
time?
that look like tomatoes.
Yeah.
Yes. I also did he toss the egg timer to Superman,
I think he might have.
or did he keep it and
Maybe.
bring it with him onto the helicopter?
Who possesses inanimate
don't
objects
remember.
in this movie is nebulous.
Just as much as it is with the mother boxes in the next movie.
So
We get a quick scene of KG Beast going to the scary warehouse full of guys with guns and like pointing a gun at Martha and being like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you."
And Martha makes the tactical decision to trust Superman's ability to get her out of this, and does
Well,
not change her form
yeah,
or
she's
become
not afraid.
non-material.
She's playing the long game is the thing. She
Yeah,
knows
she's not breaking her
she
cover
knows
for
she's
this.
not in any danger here, but she knows like in the long term.
Because she can read their minds.
She can see where all this is going. She can see it leading to the Justice League movie, and that the only way to defeat the evil that is coming, of Darkseid, is to allow this thing to play out.
And she
So-
can read KG Beast's mind and can read his thoughts that say,
Oh man, I hope Lex Luthor says I get to kill this old lady.
I hope Lex Luthor doesn't ask me to do my real voice.
And if they try, she destroys them.
I gotta ask
We-
Lex if I can change my nickname to something more American and less Russian sounding.
We then get a shot of we're like cutting back and forth, I think, between the Daily Planet and Diana Prince, who are both like watching Anderson Cooper on CNN, and he's like, "There's weird lightning coming out of the Kryptonian
I love
ship."
that they're going to we go into the Daily Planet, and they're like, "Oh gosh!" And then like Lawrence Fishburne's just looking out the window at the thing happening right outside the window. It's just like these fucking millennials on their phones.
This is another point at. I don't remember if I brought this up before. I don't think that they had decided at this point that the ship was at Star Labs, because it's very weird that they never reference where the ship is. That doesn't matter.
I mean, 'cause
but I
isn't
was
it
thinking
like-
about it.
didn't he
is
get
in-
access to the ship? So LexCorp got access to the ship. Did they move it, or is he just allowed into
No, it's
wherever
in the
he is?
middle.
Wherever it
It's
is.
it's in the middle of Metropolis. We established this because Lawrence Fishburne is looking out the window, and there's lightning arcing across the fucking window.
So Lois is about. Oh my god, Lois is about to get in a cab when Superman flies down, and he's like, "Hey," and she's like, "Oh, hey Clark, hey Clark." Hey, Clark. Hey, everyone, it's Clark. It's my boyfriend, Clark.
Clark Kent. Clark.
Like, they are not even fucking trying.
She closed the cab door. Nobody can hear her.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
and
true.
He tells her, like, I have to kill Batman or Martha dies, and he says, nobody stays good in this world.
He does say, I have to convince him to help me or kill him. But his actions will later show that he really just said that first thing as a token.
I don't know why. Like, he literally could have just,
he
like,
makes a face like he farted. He makes a face
Yes,
like he farted
he does.
before he leaves. It's really funny.
He makes that bracket frown face.
I don't know why he's so sad about having to kill this fucking serial killer. Like,
Right?
you've killed
Like,
other people.
Clark Kent doesn't think that Batman is good. Why does Superman?
I think he doesn't like killing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see when
Also-
we watch Man of Steel. I don't really know his vibe yet still.
Also, like, as much as you might not...
I don't know his vibe, but I like
Also,
him.
like, as much as he might not like Batman, like, I'm sure he doesn't love the idea of just, like, killing someone because
Putting
someone
him
else
down
tells
like
him
a
that's
to.
true.
dog.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't like that he's being manipulated.
So...
Because
Diana's
he's
in
like,
her hotel room. This is so weird. Like, this doesn't matter, but she is watching CNN on the TV, and she sits down at her computer and goes to CNN to read about the news story that's on the TV already. She loves the goddamn news.
well,
She's a visual learner.
You have to realize that this is a Warner Media funded movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that Warner Media owns CNN.
She gets an email from Bruce Wayne. The subject is Boys Share 2, which is a reference to the banter that I kind of glossed over because I hated it so much.
Yeah, good thing they had interesting banter. His subject would have just been boring.
His subject line says not all men.
If I got an email from Bruce Wayne that said Boys Share 2, I'd be like, oh, he sent me a dick pic.
Yep,
yeah,
that's
like,
what I...
I'm surprised that it doesn't automatically filtered into her spam folder.
Yeah, he's like, here, I found your photograph, and she scrolls down, and then he's like, also, what do you think of the underside of my penis?
Right, here's my photograph.
He also, like, he just sent. I was going to make a joke about him sending it on an unencrypted, but we do see later that it is encrypted, so he's being a little smart.
Mm-hmm. He sends
her a dick pic. He says, "Don't worry about the slimy brand mark. It's healing just fine."
Yeah, I had to discipline myself earlier, but it's okay.
I deserved it. I was a bad boy.
He says, it's not just your picture, it's a picture of you. Who are you? Also, here's all of the stuff from the drive that you stole from me earlier.
And we see
Why does
he just emails her this shit?
Okay, but she stole his device. So wouldn't she already have all of this info? Wouldn't she already have all of this?
It was
yeah,
encrypted.
because she got it and then she gave it back. So why is he emailing it to her?
Yeah.
No, because she couldn't get into it because it was encrypted.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was encrypted.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And so he sends it to her, and so she
Sorry,
watches.
I forgot half a line of dialogue in a 3-hour movie.
She gets to watch she gets to watch her funny clips, and so we see a little clip of the Flash, and we see
little eagle-eyed shout out here.
These are the same that we see in the next movie.
The Flash's file has some stuff labeled Red Streak, which is an alternate name of Wally West's Kid Flash character in some continuities.
Cool.
Wow.
That's nice. Yeah, what a
Lex
nerd.
Luthor just coming up with iconic branding for these
Thanks, Lex.
random meta-humans.
So,
Then we see Aquaman underwater.
I love Aquaman's clip because he's just in a little cave.
And he just, he swims out. Well, it's like a hole in a sunken ship.
It was like a ruined ship, I think. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, like Ariel. But he just, comes out and, looks at the camera.
And destroys the submarine.
And then spears it.
So...
And then,
no photos, please.
It goes,
and then he destroys... And then, he
fart.
destroys another submarine.
And then we watch Cyborg's dad's vlogs, and he goes, no, my son will die! And then it cuts forward, and he's like, hey, what's up, guys? It's Silas here with Object 61982. You do see the mother box, which I found absolutely sickening.
The mother...
Don't use the mother box on your amputated son at 3 a.m.
I mean, to be fair, the mother box kind of uses itself on him.
Yeah, so this is an interesting level of detail that we didn't get in the Justice League, which we should have, where Silas brought his son Cyborg to the lab to try a bunch of other shit.
Yeah,
on him
he's
that
playing
didn't
Doodle
work.
God, and he doesn't know where to
Right.
go next, and so he's just
And he's
dragging
like-
elements together.
Howard tried
He's
mopping him.
It doesn't
and-
work, boss.
He so he's like nothing, these are all failures.
This shit
like
sucks.
he's gonna die, I guess. And then he's like, well,
Well,
maybe I open
maybe.
the little box and the box does it.
And then the box is like, oh, I'll do it. And he's like, oh, shit.
oh fuck!
Yeah. And then we get to see Victor scream
I'll do it.
again.
Ah, Gagoo!
Gagu.
We go to the Daily Planet. Lois is yelling just at no one in particular. She's like, I need a helicopter to Gotham now. And Lawrence Fishburne
And
is like...
just for clarity, like, just so it's stated again, those clips were what Diana was watching on her computer in the files.
Yes. Lawrence is like, Lois, we don't have the money for that. If you want a story, don't go to Gotham. Go to the Kryptonian ship. And she's like,
And she's like, no,
"It's
no, no,
not
there's
for
no
a story. And he's
there's
like,
no-
oh, okay, we'll get you a
there's-
helicopter then.
Yeah, there's
He, like-
no possible profit in this for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, she like
And
puts
that
on like
convinces
Puss in
him?
Boots face, and she's like, "It's not for a story."
Well, given the fact that he only seems to fly her to places where she'll get a story that he won't allow her to publish. That
He's
seems
like, oh, that's
the
fine.
factor.
It wouldn't have mattered if it was for a story anyway.
Is this him like piecing together that she is dating Superman, or
I don't know.
could be anything?
She just says it's not for a story, and there's like a moment, and he's like, "Get her a goddamn helicopter."
So it's time.
On the roof, not on the
It's
helipad.
time. It's time. It's time.
Oh,
guys.
it's time for Batman to v Superman.
Yeah. So Superman's like floating 20 feet in the air, and Batman is there and being like a little boy, and
In his
they're looking
bullshit
at
armor.
they're looking at each other respectfully.
I loved this moment
Yeah.
because Superman calls him Bruce.
Yeah.
When
oh my
There's
god.
no other moment in the story where it's like, oh, when did he like put it together that it's Bruce? And it's just like,
It's
no,
just so
it's
obvious.
the most fucking obvious thing in the entire world.
Yeah, I just Superman immediately clocked that Batman was Bruce Wayne when they met at the library, and that is met at the library function, and that is the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
Superman is trying to tell him like he's trying to tell him what Lex is doing, but he like walks into a trap and he gets hit with some kind of ear pain
Sonic
noise.
beams.
He
Yeah.
instantly destroys the speakers.
He
It
picks
was
up.
kind
He
of a
picks
waste of
up.
time.
He picks up a manhole cover.
He like
Splits it in
kicks it
half.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, splits it in half with his bare hands and destroys each of the little projectors with his with them.
So
And
then
Clark is
he-
like, "No,
but-
Bruce,
but-
you don't understand." And he's like, "Oh, I understand."
Wait,
and then
but-
some machine
when
gun
he gets
turrets
trapped-
pop out.
But when the sonic beams happen, he cuts to Batman's face and he's doing this shitty little smirk.
Yeah.
I
Look at our Twitter for all of the good Batman and Superman faces throughout this fight.
Oh, I didn't take that one, but
This-
yeah.
moment made me laugh so fucking much. So Superman finally like gets close to Batman, and I believe Bruce does
he
Superman
says, "You don't
say,
understand,"
"You don't
and Bruce
understand,
says,
there's no
"Oh,
time?"
I understand."
And
And
Bruce
he's
is
like,
yeah.
buddy, you don't.
And then Superman puts his hand on Batman's chest and just and fucking throws him like just by pushing him with his hand,
force palms him,
right?
yeah.
Force palms him, and he goes like 20 fucking feet, and you see him like flopping and like
And he's-
flopping around, and, like flopping in the mud and stuff. It's so fucking funny.
And
But
then,
I had
he's
to
just a
pause
little boy.
to laugh for like a really long time.
and then some
He just
machine
eats
gun
so-
turrets pop out of some boxes and start shooting Superman, and he just immediately destroys them with his eye lasers.
It's just like,
Like,
but
what
yeah,
am I
Has eye
supposed to be
lasers?
thinking about Batman right now?
but it's like, and like Superman's being very bad at de-escalating the situation. To be fair, like he is fighting.
This is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing where it's like, I don't understand why Superman is doing this. Because like, I know that the reason they're fighting is because the movie is called Batman v Superman. But if Superman was actually trying to convince Bruce of something, Batman of something, sorry, he would say right at the start, I'm here because Lex Luthor has my mom and he wants us to fight. He wouldn't say, Bruce, boom, boom, boom.
Because Lex Luthor never says,
Bruce, you're not listening to me. Boom, boom, boom.
Right,
Like,
and meanwhile, fucking Batman is just shooting him with machine guns, and Superman, they're just pinging off of him,
and like,
how early did he get here to set up these pop-up machine gun turrets that Superman would immediately destroy?
yeah, he made a little death alley for him to...
Speaking of getting here early, we did forget to mention something, and that's that when Batman is in, like, the ground floor of the station earlier, he does plant his stinky spear in the ground.
Which, I'll talk about that in a minute.
We'll talk about that.
So dumb.
So stupid.
So Superman get ready for a lot of throwing.
He
Superman
doesn't
throws
even
him,
throw him that much. He just kind of, like, plinks him.
there's just a lot of people getting just launched around.
He throws Batman around, yeah. Whether it takes him both hands or
like,
not.
for someone who doesn't want to fight Batman, he sure is fighting Batman.
He is really fighting Batman. I don't
Yeah,
understand this at all.
this is
because
where
the other
Stay down!
This is the
If I
thing that-
wanted you to be dead, you'd be dead already.
Right. This is the thing that really, like, gets me, is Superman...
Very convincing, Clark.
Yeah.
This is, yeah, he says that after he's already smashed Batman
They're on the
through
roof at this
a building.
point. Yeah, they're on the roof.
Up diagonally. But Superman, famously, knows how to fly.
Yeah.
Can fly. Batman
Doesn't know how to
is
fly.
just a
You're
dude
right.
and
Just-
cannot fly.
Just grab him by his stupid fucking cape and fly up into the sky and say, "Listen, little boy."
Now,
Right.
I do have to say, to be fair, Batman is a complete unknown. He's only been doing this for 20 years, and no one really knows anything about him.
That's true.
But it's just like, if you know, like, if he thinks that Batman can help him, why is that not his first choice?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is he not grabbing him, lifting him up into the stratosphere, and saying, Lex has my mom, we need to find her, or I need to kill you, so it's up to you.
No, he
You know,
lands
he can
there
even
and he's
say
like,
it in a mean way. Like,
he lands there and
whatever.
he's like, I don't want to kill you. He has my mom. Oh, well, I did my due diligence. Let's go.
Right.
I mean, it's not called Batman plus Superman.
Right.
But
Maybe it
so-
should have been.
Yeah, it should have been. So Batman. Then we get we're going to be talking about this a lot because
Time.
yeah, Batman's like, "Oh, well, you maybe have the strength of a brute, but I have jackanapes." And then he throws his stinky stink bomb at
He, like, fires it out of a bazooka.
yeah, he has a little grenade
he fires
launcher.
a fart bullet out of his fart gun at Superman.
And
Superman catches the
catches it
bullet,
in the
and then
air.
it just goes right in his
and
face.
farts a bunch of green gas in his face. He's
Big,
like,
big Nickelodeon fart,
Stinky!
green gas cloud comes out.
Yucko!
The faces he's making are very
they're very good.
Henry,
just pooped,
thank you.
about to poop, pooping currently.
This was actually, I wasn't able to get any good faces here. It's the second stink bomb that's really the
Yeah,
gold
because
mine.
this one, he's like in a cloud of smoke. There was also a
Right.
secondary smoke grenade that
Anyway.
Superman couldn't see through. I don't know, Cinemas Instinct.
This is where Batman also says,
Does you smell that? That's my fart.
he says
no,
that's
he said something
fear.
taunting because he's
You're
like,
not
"Breathe
brave.
in,
Men
that's
are."
fear. You're
So-
not brave. You're just stronger than me and can beat me in a fair
Yeah,
fight.
you're
Right.
not brave. Men are brave, which is basically saying,
Oh, you can't fight me when you've been tear gassed? Guess you suck at fighting.
I'm brave
He's
for
like-
using underhanded tactics.
You can only be brave when you're weak, and I'm weak as fuck compared to you.
so,
So
Batman
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 starts punching him and
Stomps him
uh,
in his snowsuit.
He slams him through the roof, and he starts
Turned down
kicking
for
him all
what?
over the floor and slamming his head into the wall.
And
as
badass music is supposed to be is playing here, and I'm just like, are there people that are watching this that are like, I fucking knew Batman could beat Superman in a fight? Like, is anyone watching this not thinking Batman is the fucking villain of this movie?
people liked this Batman, apparently.
I don't understand it at all. I don't understand his appeal.
I don't,
Yeah.
no, me neither. But
So basically
he
what's
just-
happening is over the course of the fight, as he's just beating the shit out of Superman, the punches are not doing as much. Superman's clearly getting his strength back.
And it like ultimately gets to the point where he's like got him pressed up against like a fireplace or something, and he's just punching him in the face over and over again, and it slowly just stops being effective, and then it's just like
his head stops moving with each.
It's very good. I love when Superman is like. It's like it's very poggers when Superman is like stops being weak and it's good.
Yeah,
it's kind of like
really
it's like an anime moment, right? It's like when your hero's getting beat down and like roughed up, and you think it's all over, and then he resolves the force of will, but it's actually just that he's just a Kryptonian, and
the Krypton fart has worn off.
Hey, why didn't Batman keep the kryptonite spear on him so that he could just kill him when he's weak, right, in the first place? Anyway.
Hey, why didn't Batman make an actual sharp bullet out of the the kryptonite so that he could like injure Superman instead of leveling the playing field?
It's like an underslung grenade launcher for an assault rifle. And so, like, if you shoot him with the Krypton gas grenade, then you can just shoot him with the Krypton bullet, and he can't catch it anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
so Batman could kill Superman, but he
is
decides not to, and he decides to be stupid instead. I have to say,
he makes like a surprised face when the punching stops working. I think that's what really made me happy, is that he's just such an absolute idiot that he's like,
that doesn't work.
I have to use more than one of my farts? Henry Cavill also in this fight scene looks so classic Superman. It's awesome. Like he looks
has like a little hair
Reeves.
curl.
Yeah, because as he's like doing like as he's struggling in the fight and like getting more haggard or whatever, like a little curl of his hair.
I hate how excited I am to talking about this.
He looks handsome.
So
I like
Superman
it.
gets strong again, and he
Superman
throws
is
Batman
back,
through the
baby.
wall, and he like hucks Batman through a full like line of bathroom stalls. Batman reloads his fart gun and he shoots a fart cloud at Superman to make him say
I also
yucko.
wrote Batman reloads his fart gun, completely forgetting that I saw the tweet where you said Batman reloads his fart gun.
Batman then like
I will
pulls a
remind
sink
the
out of the
listeners
wall.
again.
Yeah, I said Batman ghetto sink. I like the taste.
I'll remind the listeners again, Superman is here to talk.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. So Batman pulls a sink out of the wall and he prepares to smash Superman's head in with it. But alas, his head doesn't watermelon. It boinks off. Batman grabs Superman by the neck.
It boinked off and it hit Batman in the face.
When he grabbed Superman by the neck, I genuinely thought he was about to try to twist his head off. But instead,
I did too.
He drags him and like throws him down 15 flights of stairs, and we watch him go ow, ooh, ah, ooh, all the way down.
Like the hole between the staircases.
He hits,
like he just.
But no. He tosses him down a stairwell, and he hits every stair on the way down.
So Batman jumps down with his grapple gun, and then he grapples Superman's foot, and he drags him into the middle of this big like chamber room, whatever. I by the way, I have no fucking idea where this is supposed to be happening.
I don't even know what building this is supposed to be.
Yeah, this is a derelict building.
So he like starts swinging him around,
destroying several load-bearing pillars.
Yes, crushing him through these pillars.
I wrote down what this monologue is.
Oh, his stupid nihilist monologue.
Can I do it?
Yes,
Will
but you have to
put
do
the
it in his
Batman-
voice.
Will you put the Batman effect on my voice in the final podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
I never get the reverb because I never do the Batman voice, but I'm going to do it now.
I bet your parents taught you were special. You were here for a reason. My parents taught me a different lesson by dying in the gutter. They taught me the world only makes sense if you force it to.
Batman learned the wrong lesson.
Oh, you left off the last line.
Yeah.
The very end, when he releases the grapple and he goes,
"So long, Gabe Hauser."
And so he goes and he gets his Krypton spear, which he
Which
put
was
here.
Can we talk
why
about
was
this
it here?
Presuming the fact that he...
I hope the fight ends up here.
Well, I think the fact is that, like... But he could have, like, hidden the Krypton... It doesn't need to be a spear. It could just be a
It could be
spearhead.
a knife! It could be a bunch of bullets!
I understand
He had
the need
more
to,
kryptonite!
like, not
Had a
immediately
huge
play your...
light of it.
don't immediately play the fucking ace in the hole. I get that. You don't know you're gonna be here. You're gonna do the fucking, if you don't end up
He
here,
doesn't carry it
Batman,
on his back. Nothing else.
But, I understand that, because, what if he broke it? But, he doesn't know that he's gonna be here.
Also, he literally, at the end of his montage, before he gets on the computer, we see, there's even a shot to be like, wow, look how much kryptonite he's used, because there's a before and an after over the course of the montage.
Yeah.
And there's still a fuck ton of kryptonite left.
Yes.
Yeah. And so he's
This is just for my collection.
He knew how long the fight was choreographed to be. Can we talk about the monologue really quickly, though?
But at the end of his monologue, when he says, what if at the end of his monologues when he says,
So long, Gay Bowser.
that he
Wait, shit, it's wrong room.
and then he has to run to the other room and get his
Can
spear
you
and
throw
run
me
back.
through that building? Just a second, please.
Right? Well, maybe that's why he threw Superman down the stairs?
I would assume so.
I mean, I think it is, but just...
But,
that is-
what... How did he know he was going to end up... He didn't start here.
Did he choreograph the fight?
He's not... And, I would say, it's because... the Reddit response to this would be it's because he's the greatest detective, and you should know that. But it's it does... The film does... I don't know this Batman.
This Batman is dull as dishwater. You can't fool
he's a
me.
fucking...
Maybe the building is open concept. Maybe every floor is totally
so
open.
what did you want to
with a
say
big
about the
staircase
monologue?
in the middle?
Maybe he put a
in the middle
spear
of it.
on every floor.
What do you want to say about
He
the
did have a lot
monologue?
of kryptonite left. Okay, so Batman says, what you learned from your parents was love and, self-esteem.
Yeah.
What I learned from my parents was the world only makes sense if you force it to.
Yeah.
Violence
see
is
him-
the only answer.
I could see him taking the lesson of bad things happen and comfort doesn't exist from his parents dying in the gutter.
Yeah.
But then to take that and then to go to the world only makes sense if you force it to, that sounds like you've figured out that you need to be a force of good in the world, not
Well,
you
yeah.
have to
I mean,
also
the way
kill
that he's
people in the
phrasing that,
gutter.
the way
It's
he's
like
phrasing that, it
nihilism.
sounds like he's saying, I am going to kill... this is something a villain says when they're my ideals conflict with your existence, and I'm
it's
going
Right,
to kill
I'm
you.
forcing
Yeah,
the world
and-
to make sense by killing the guy who thinks that good stuff
Right,
can
this
happen
is a villain
sometimes.
speech.
It's
Yeah.
nihilism versus absurdism. It's he could have gone two ways. So it's the core thing he took from that experience was that the universe is cruel and the universe is not cruel. It is apathetic, and bad things happen to you for no reason. There is not a it doesn't hate you. It doesn't care for you. It's just things will happen. And there doesn't have to be a reason or closure for why they happen. And, you can take that and say, well,
So long,
then
Bowser.
the world is shitty and going to, trying to do good things is you should just be, look out for you because you're the only person that you know. And, if you're not the person who is, there's you'd rather be on top of the human centipede than be on the bottom. And just the other way to go with that is that nothing matters. Though, the universe doesn't have inherent meaning, but that's okay. You can
So we
make your
should-
own meaning.
We should just try and have a good time while we're here. Yeah.
Yeah, make
The
your own
real-
meaning out of it. What's important to you? What do you think? What feels good for you? Does it feel good to help people? You should help people.
Right. I think the real lesson that Batman actually learned, not the world only makes sense if you force it to, what he learned was there are two kinds of people in the world, people who die and people who kill.
Yeah.
And you have to be one of them. And he's like, I'm not going to be the one who fucking dies. I'm going to be a killer.
So at this point in the movie, I know what you're all thinking. How do we get from this nihilist Batman to the Batman that we will know in the next movie, who is a strong believer in Superman's ideals and his morals, and he loves him very much?
That's a great question.
Well, Lois arrives in her helicopter. Batman is approaching Clark with the spear. He rolls him onto his back. He says,
You're not a god. You're not even a man.
and then he cuts Superman's face with the spear just for fun.
Sam!
And then Superman says,
Sam!
You're
letting them kill Martha!
can't, you're letting them kill Martha! And Batman says,
What does that mean?
This was so... I had to stop my video because I was laughing so hard when he said... Because Batman's, like, it's such, like, a fucking anticlimax. He's like, he's just... It cuts to his face and he's, like, looking around to see if someone else is watching. And he's like,
Why'd you say the name? Why'd you say that name? Why did you say my mom's name? I thought you only knew my first name. What'd you... Huh? Oh!
And Superman says, "You gotta find him. You have to save Martha."
Why
and you
is
know
he
what I
being
needed at this
vague?
point in the movie?
What?
Because I always have wondered, how did Batman's parents die?
oh, yeah. No, see, I was like... I was like, you can't make me watch this fucking tripe
There's
again.
a slow-mo flashback to the thing that the only thing anyone knows about Batman.
The fucking nerve to show this in the movie twice.
And they not only, he's like, why did you say that name? And if you're like, wait, why does he care that he said Martha? It shows Batman as a kid going up to his mom's grave that says Martha Kent.
No, that
And
was
you're like,
earlier
oh, right.
in the movie. That was before he got jump scared by Man-Bat.
Right.
Yeah.
But it also shows that here. It shows it now.
Yeah.
In
and
part
then
of the flashback.
T-Rex-
And then you're like, oh, it's right, because his mom's name is Martha.
And
then
even
we watch his
we
mom
even have
get
the shot
murdered
of
again.
Thomas Wayne
And
hitting the ground and going, Martha. And I'm like,
And the fucking fetishy fucking shot of the
gun
fucking...
with the pearls.
Like, okay, so...
It's like all the different angles that they got of the gun with the pearls.
So Bruce is like,
Martha, why'd you say the name? Why'd you say that name? Why'd you say Martha?
and Lois runs in and she says,
That's
it's his mother's name. It's his mother's name. It's his mother's name.
Mommy!
And then Bruce is like,
Oh. Well, I guess I really just fucked this whole thing up then, huh?
Like,
If
he
you
like...
were
he
Alright,
could
that's
be played-
fine.
He could be
If you
played
were
by
Superman
Tim Robinson
and
in
you
this
thought
scene.
you were gonna die in 5 seconds, would you use only pronouns and would you be super vague, or would you say Lex Luthor has my mom find him?
Maybe his head hurt.
you're letting him kill Martha. No, just be like, he's got my mom. He's gonna kill
Right.
my mom.
Well,
Right.
it worked,
But
didn't
that's
it?
the fucked up thing is, if he had said that, I don't think Batman would have given a fuck.
No, I think Batman would
Right?
have killed him right there.
Ridiculous.
So Batman's like, well,
Well, I guess I really just cut it. I mean, I guess
Why'd you say Martha? Why'd you say Martha? Why'd you say Martha? Who's Martha? Why'd you say
well,
Martha?
this is awkward. I guess I'll go home now.
and
Well,
so,
I guess I won't be needing this anymore.
He yells and throws his spear away.
yeah. So that's where we end the movie for this week. Yeah.
I don't think that I can justify doing questions this far into a recording.
No,
I
I think
feel
we'll-
ready for it.
I think we should do a little questions roundup bonus episode.
Yeah, I think I need to eat.
Yes.
All right.
Which brings us to our third segment. What's Giga having for dinner?
Our second segment.
yes, and
we
what do you-
skipped a segment.
What
Who's
was
winning,
that?
Superman or Batman
Oh,
this
yeah,
week?
I
Just
mean-
kidding. It's fucking Superman.
Yeah, Superman. He's better.
When is
Lex
Diana
Luthor
gonna-
is
when
winning
is-
this week? I guess.
When's Wonder Woman gonna enter the?
He stole 40 cakes, and that's as many as 4 tens, and that's terrible.
That's
I
terrible.
can't believe that we are this far into the movie, and I'm just like, this isn't even the big fight.
Oh my
Yeah, no.
god.
There's gonna be a big CGI monster fight, and Wonder Woman is gonna be there.
So do
Yeah.
you think we're gonna finish it next week?
I think we'll finish it next week.
Okay, I might do my watch party this week then.
Oh my god!
I know.
Don't do this to yourself.
I
love
kind
that
of-
Wonder Woman's involvement so far is just also seeing the battle on the news.
Yeah.
Like also seeing all the stuff on the news like everyone else is.
Also, Sprack Wonder Woman.
All right, that is gonna be where we cut it this week. We will get to
Sam,
questions
you tried to dodge the question.
another time.
What are you
But
having
first,
for dinner?
we need to go to our third segment. Giga, what are you having for dinner?
Oh,
Sam.
I'm gonna have some soup.
Sam, Lois Lane, Daily Planet. What are you having for dinner?
Yeah, Sam, what are you having for dinner?
I'm going to be having some kind of burger.
Nice.
I don't
Burger.
remember what kind.
So, you can find our podcast. You maybe have found it already, but if you're listening to this on like the radio or something, if they, I know I'm cutting out. If they've decided to like air this on like NPR or something, and you're like hearing it now, you can find us on noisepace.xyz.
That's so fucking true.
It's so true.
So true, bestie. You can
find
find other podcasts on noisepace.xyz as well, like Night Marinara, which is currently doing Jeff July for
Gonna
Jeff
be
the
on that
Killer.
soon.
A whole month
With
of The
some-
Killer.
Very good episodes. I just listened to your episode, Sam.
That's
good.
me.
And I'm going to listen to it soon.
And
Yeah.
you're going to be on it also.
I'm going to be on also.
What's your
I'm
Jeff
going to be
topic?
listening.
I think I'm talking about Lou, the mysteriously
Lou
named
the
The
homicide.
Lou
Homicider.
spin-off.
Yeah.
Lou the Homicider.
I'm excited for that. You can also find great podcasts.
Because I think his name is stupid and weird.
You can find great podcasts like Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die.
Or
My
Just a
Pod
fact.
Cabbages.
Or Kyle XY.
you can find...
LMNOP about elementary.
Yeah,
That's you.
That's
You
me.
can, Pot of Greed.
Great.
Wow,
And
Cool Robot.
others. Wow Cool Robot is also on there.
And Peggy.
You can find us on Twitter at 0to0_pod. I don't remember if you already said that. I'm on Twitter at PausyStress.
I'm on Twitter at Gigalithic.
I'm Flight Cub Buh. The second B stands for Batman is bad in this movie.
Yeah, it's
Man.
true. Brapped man.
Bratman. Or Braptman.
Anyway,
And like we
jeez.
always say,
At the end of every episode, save Martha!
save Martha.
save Martha.
Okay, I need to eat.
You're letting him kill Martha.
You're letting him kill Martha.
You're letting him kill Martha.
And now a fun bonus segment that I'm not in.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
enjoy
I'm
some
sorry.
enjoy some
I'm so
nasty,
sorry.
nasty fanfic.
I'm so
I was
sorry.
busy walking my dog.
Have fun. Bye. Comforting Each Other by Multiverse of Fantasy. This was a request by 27. I had half an hour to kill, so this was done quickly. If anyone has any other requests, feel free to message me. Just note, I won't be able to fulfill every request due to my busy schedule. Thank you, and enjoy.
Oh no! I just saw some words.
Things moved rather quickly after Clark's funeral, so fast that Martha Kent barely remembered inviting the young woman known as Diana Prince back to her farmhouse to reminisce about Superman. The two women were grieving, and lent on each other for comfort and support. Then, somewhere along the discussion, they connected. Then their comfort turned to passion. And before Martha knew it, she was half naked in her kitchen watching the Amazonian princess remove the last of her clothing before latching onto her face with her mouth.
Oh.
The kiss knocking the wind out of the mature older woman as she stumbled back to the dining table behind her.
Neither said a word. Slimy giving in.
Um,
I need to take that one again. Neither said a word. Slimy giving into their grief-filled lust for companionship.
Slimy, can you give into their grief-filled lust for companionship?
Dark-haired Amazon's hand explored the graying brunette's body so thoroughly it felt like everything was exposed.
Yeah, damn
Even-
right. She explored all the way through her.
Even though she still wore her undergarments. Well, you can do that with
shit.
you can do that with the Martian Manhunter because he can become incorporeal.
Keep reading. Shut up.
Sorry, that changed quickly as Diana tore them from her body, leaving her complete naked. I am complete naked. As that's gonna be my nickname this week. As she pushed herself into the princess, trying to grasp so level of dominance.
Wait, Diana she pushed herself in. She is the princess.
She pushed herself into herself like Cream.
I was thinking, Cream from JoJo.
Yeah.
She failed. As Diana pulled away to take hold of her lasso from the pile of discarded clothes, the rope glowing gold as it whipped through the air faster than a speeding bullet.
No!
What a shame that Superman is dead. Within seconds, Martha's wrists were bound in front of her. Her body was spun to face away from her new lover, the lasso wrapped across her chest, waist, and neck, binding her arms together and making her breasts more prominent, and finally shoved forward by a commanding palm, bending her over the table, leaving her face flat against the surface and her pussy venerable to attack.
The venerable pussy.
Venerable pussy.
I'm gonna change my name to Venerable Pussy.
No, you can't.
I need to.
You can't.
I need to be Venerable Pussy.
You can be venerable pussy on your own time in your own life behind closed doors.
Diana relished the helpless position she'd left the grieving.
Come on.
Diana relished the helpless position she'd left the grieving mother in.
That sounds like she's about to murder her.
holding her in place with one hand as the other, holding the lasso tightly, caressed the older woman's ass cheeks fondly. Giving them a quick slap before plunging her fingers into her wet entrance. Martha cried out as Diana fingered her roughly, moving faster than any man ever could, as she pounded into her. Yeah, just vibrating her. God damn, Martha, she can stand up to it. Adding each finger until her whole hand. Why is it always fisting? Her whole hand was thrusting through her vagina. No!
Oh god, and out the other end.
Martha didn't resist as the orgasm hit her juices squirting all over Diana's hand.
She pulled out and immediately pulled Martha up, turning her around to suddenly shove her to her knees in front of her, thrusting her own pussy in the woman's face.
Content warning, folks.
Martha responded obediently, licking and slurping at the Amazon's entrance with a vigor fit for a warrior. Diana moaned loudly, enjoying having her pussy eaten out, buckling her hips as she too succumbed to orgasm, watching as she squirted all over Martha's face.
She pulled up to her face she pulled her up to face her, their sloppy kiss heated and passionate, sharing their grief in the loss of one they both cared for.
Oh, I'm so sad that my son is dying, but at least I have Diana's cum all over my face.
Yeah.
That helps.
You know, we all grieve in different ways. I think we should be happy for them. Okay.
We should be happy for them. Superman is dead.
I'm sorry, everybody.
No, you're not.